Guys, here with a new video for the channel. I hope you like it, and if you like it, don't forget to leave your powerful like Supreme God level, comment, and subscribe. Now without further ado, get comfortable. Let's begin. Everything would start in the Tournament of Power. Goku had been able to activate the Ultra Instinct against Jiren, but after a certain time, he would be defeated. However, on this occasion, Master Roshi would die. Goku's anger would get totally out of control, starting to emanate a gigantic power. His hair would turn a silver color, hinting that he had achieved the Ultra Instinct. However, in his mind, an evil and very powerful entity would be present. Kill them all! You are the 7th god to awaken the Ultra Demonic Instinct. End this whole damn tournament and the king completely! Goku would begin to eliminate warrior after warrior, without any mercy. Daishinkan would worry when witnessing how Son Goku's power had changed drastically, making him remember the power of the 6 fallen gods from millions of years ago. Great Zeno-sama, it'll be better to eliminate Mr. Goku, since the energy he emanates is pure evil, and his power keeps rising in a great way. This could be dangerous. No, Daishinkan, don't bother my friend. He can do whatever he wants. But Great Zeno-sama, did you not listen to the Great Zeno-sama? You better keep quiet. Goku, to raise his power much more, his hair would turn a dark purple color, which would leave all the angels very surprised, who were able to recognize that state immediately. Mr. Goku must die, as his power has been able to access the forbidden or demonic Ultra Instinct. What are you talking about, Whis? I'm not able to understand anything. It is the Ultra Instinct beyond an angel, but the evil energy that invades your body is so much that we'll not be able to do anything against that total destruction. Goku was able to end Jiren's life with a single blow, for which his god Belmaud would demand that Son Goku be eliminated. Goku would rise into the air, charging a great attack, throwing it towards the entire platform, eliminating all the warriors present. But at the moment, Goku would hold Kefla, of which he had been completely captivated. That's right, she was the most powerful Saiyan woman he had ever known, but he did not allow her to be eliminated. But everyone was surprised to hear how Goku had been able to summon the Great Dragon Zama from the Super Dragon Balls. That's right, that forbidden technique granted him the knowledge of the divine. Now remove the king from the hole, from the past, present, and future, so we could be free. Goku, in the language of the gods, would ask for his wish, which left everyone much more surprised. Both guardians would quickly rush against Son Goku, while Daishinkan would approach the Dragon Zama. Great God Zama, you should fulfill the wish of those who gather the Super Dragon Balls, not the wishes that destroy everything created. That individual you told me about has been difficult to eliminate, since he has a power similar to that of my creator. But I have fulfilled your wish. Damn it. This all Volvleron, the Great Zeno-sama, is not able to eliminate things. He just sends them to a place called Eternal Seal, and as long as Zeno-sama lives, that seal could never be broken. Both guardians began to exchange hundreds of blows with Son Goku, who, with a little difficulty, was able to dodge each of the blows. That's right, the power that the Forbidden Ultra Instinct granted him was so much that he was even able to face the guardians of Zeno-sama. But what is wrong with our father? Why does he have that terrified expression? I know it's not Mr. Goku he's afraid of, someone much more powerful than him. All the angels watched as a guardian fell heavily towards some rocks, being very badly injured. Damn! I'll not allow you to hit my brother like that! You already eliminated the Great Zeno-sama! I swear to annihilate you for that! They don't have to have the power to do that, but I'll eliminate you right now, you worm. Goku was able to put his hand in the heart of the Guardian, with which, at the moment of withdrawing it, both Guardians died. Since both were connected to the same thread of life, Goku would observe the Great Priest throwing himself towards him, but Daishinkan with a single blow had sent him flying. With several wounds all over his body, Goku would try to recover from that blow, but he would spit out large amounts of blood. The angels and the gods praised him since his last hope had begun to give the action on the battlefield, while Kefla, I watched as Goku was totally slaughtered. Goku is a bad person now, but he saved me. I can't let them finish with him. Kefla would release all her power, with which she would throw her most powerful attack towards Daishinkan, which no effect had arisen. That's right, she had not caused any scratches, fords. She would lock Kefla in a barrier so that she would not be a hindrance. We can't do anything against that, Saiyan, but we can do something with you, so you won't be a hindrance anymore. Goku, realizing how Kefla had tried to help him, his power would grow a lot, with which he was able to brush the cheek of the Great Priest. However, with Daishinkan exchanged blows with Son Goku, he thought about how he had been able to achieve such a state, which had not appeared in millions of years. That's right. The 6 gods of Zeno-sama sealed were Saiyans just like they are for Goku. For that reason, the order was given to Beerus and Champa, since they were children, to eliminate the Saiyans. Because of Beerus, we are in this big problem. Goku would be able to hit him an effective blow in the stomach, but it had not been powerful enough to send him flying, while from a large black hole, 6 subjects were watching the battle of both warriors. How do you like the power of our new war brother? Sounds good to me, but he hasn't been able to unleash the true potential of the forbidden Ultra Instinct yet. I don't have to be sorry about what can happen. I'm sure that in the Eternal Seal they must have weakened quite a lot, so I better end this Saiyan's life. Daishinkan would quickly charge a large sphere of angelic energy, throwing it to Goku, who, with all his power, would also throw great power. The clash of the powers was incredible. However, the power of Daishinkan was able to completely overcome it. The large sphere being centimeters from colliding with Goku's body, a warrior was able to stop the attack with only one of his hands. And from the dust, 6 silhouettes could be observed. The power was felt all over the place. It was overwhelming. A surprising pressure would fall on everyone present. So this is what the High Priest was afraid of. The powers they possessed was unreal. Damn, they have not diminished their power at all. On the contrary, their power has continued to steadily increase. Don't you know that our power is unlimited? We do not know the word defeat or the word impossible. Even your Jessie, the first and only Saiyan woman to be able to achieve this state of the Forbidden Ultra Instinct, possesses an amazing power. But of all the warriors, it could be observed how one of them walked all through them, with his power increasing hundreds of times more. So long without seeing you, Great Priest, for nothing. Thanks to our new brother, we have been able to return to these universes. Yamoshi would approach towards Goku, asking for his name. But we'll call you Kakarot. It's a worthy name of a Saiyan, and of having awakened the Forbidden Ultra Instinct. Goku would turn to observe Kefla, who would stare at him. However, at that moment, he would be taken out of his thoughts by Orochi. Are you even seeing that stupid Saiyan? Don't worry. Today you'll be able to have a good time with Jessie, a Saiyan, that her power goes beyond a priest. Yamoshi would start with a quick movement. He was able to hold the Great Priest by the neck, which would begin to leave him without air. The angels and gods joined the attack, but despite throwing energy attacks, punches, Yamoshi's power did not increase. Don't get in the way, worms! From an explosion, she would be able to finish off everyone with the exception of Whis, who was able to extract in time, but a big shield protecting herself along with all the warriors of Universe 7, Kefla, who was in that sphere, likewise suffered severe burns, which almost left her on the verge of death. Kefla would observe Goku fixedly. Goku, I know you're not a villain. I trust you. Don't let yourself be manipulated by these bastards. Goku, hearing the last words of Kefla, would expel an incredible power, so much so that he would even catch the attention of Yamoshi. I can tell that you're the leader. Why the hell did they hurt Kefla? Now I'll finish with each one of you. Don't say stupid things. That Saiyan didn't deserve to be with the user of the Forbidden Ultra Instinct. Dying was the best thing that could have happened to her. Goku's hair on this occasion, instead of turning dark purple color, would turn a greenish color, which with he was able to multiply as Sirius, and Goku was not next to them. What's going on? Where is Goku? Goku reached an incredible power, but the same power corrupted him, and he became a being of absolute evil. We must stop him. That's right, Miss Bulma. Mr. Goku went completely out of control. Meanwhile, on a planet of Universe 3, Goku was bleeding out. He even had lost his 2 arms due to the great attack of the dragon that he had received from Yamoshi. While in the lair of the Saiyans, Jessie had felt the power of Kakarot, so she would decide to help him since his power was about to disappear. No, Jessie. Kakarot fought Yamoshi, was about to knock him out. Something bad can happen to you. I'm not a coward like you are. Jessie would begin to move at full speed towards the point where she felt the power of Kakarot. After a few minutes, she was able to locate it, but when she arrived, she was surprised to observe how that Saiyan, despite having lost both arms, continued with an unwavering fighting spirit. We're accomplished by those cursed ones. Have you come to finish me off? Then do it once and for all. Of course not, sweetie. I came here for you to be one of my men. That's right, you will be manipulated by me. What are you saying? Silence. Emperor Eye, brain reset. Kakarot's entire cognitive system would be wiped out. That's right, he'd forgotten his friends and his family. The only thing he was focusing on was Jessie. Now I'll have to recover. I'm able to see my arms on that rock over there. With the Super Saiyan God, I'll be able to regenerate. Goku would access the Super Saiyan God, with which he began to heal all his wounds and join his arms successfully. Goku, with the power of the Super Saiyan God, was able to completely regenerate, so at the moment, Goku wished to have something with the Saiyan goddess Jessie. Now is not the time, Kakarot, as you must have restored completely, but you have left me surprised. None of us possess regenerative abilities. I would notice that you merged with the egotistical doctrine state. Rather, you took it as your base state, unlike mine, so I'm able to access my other transformations normally. Then let's go out of this pathetic place and start eradicating everything in our path. Of course I do. Goku would begin to fly, which would leave Jessie surprised since the speed he possessed was incomparable, so he had left her far behind. Jessie, despite doing her best to reach Goku, was impossible, so Goku would come back for Jessie carrying her in his arms. Jessie would blush a little, but in front of them a big planet would be observed. Damn planet! You've put yourself in front of the powerful god Kakarot! Disappear! Heavenly scream! A scream from Ozoro Incredible was able to destroy the planet. How are you able to destroy the planet with simple sound waves? Yamoshi would wake up with a jump, feeling the incredible power of Kakarot, for which he would begin to fly to the top of the planet, recovering a very changed Kakarot, since this time he was much thinner and his hair was a red color. Damn, you caused me incredible damage. I'm gonna end you right now. My brother, I don't know what happened, but ask for an apology. Yamoshi, without caring about Kakarot's words, he would grant him a great blow. Goku, realizing the power of Yamoshi's blow, would quickly access the Super Saiyan Blue, with which he was able to resist that blow. That's right, the blow had only been able to turn Goku's face a little, which left Yamoshi surprised. I don't want to have to battle with you, brother, but if that's what you want, let's fight. Until you became to your senses, you didn't need any other Saiyan, because you look at Jessie's beauties unmatched. Another Saiyan? I don't know what you're talking about. Forget about it, Kakarot, but it will be better to descend to the planet. Returning to planet Earth, all the warriors were training very hard, but Vegeta and Gohan decided to leave to the time room to increase their powers in the shortest possible time. The Kakarot insect. How was he able to get all that power? Hell, what happened to my dad? Gohan, I know you must be very worried about your father, but we can't put all 12 universes at risk for Kakarot. I agree with you, Mr. Vegeta, so I'll do whatever needs to be done. Both Saiyans started with their great training, while Beerus and Whis headed towards the Supreme Planet, encountering the Supremes. But Beerus was looking for a Supreme who was able to release all his hidden power. Supreme, please, the God of Destruction asks you to release all my hidden power, as this is life or death. I understand everything that the universe is going through. Apparently the Saiyans with the forbidden power have returned. Of course, I will release all your power. The Great Supreme Being would begin to release all the power of Beerus, which took about 1 week to be a god of destruction. As all this time passed, Beerus felt a little lighter. Now I wish you to concentrate and expel all your power, as if it was going to cause a big explosion. The god of destruction would obey, by which he would begin to raise his power in an incredible way. So much was his power that even on this occasion he had transformed. Whis was very surprised to realize the new appearance of his god of destruction, but there it would not stay, since his power continued to rise after having access to this transformation. Hundreds of planets of the 12 universes were beginning to be destroyed. All that power even perceived by Daishaken, who was surprised. I knew that the Beerus race, they were very powerful, but to achieve this result in only 1 week of training is unreal. Thank you very much, Supreme. What's up with all this power? Mr. Beerus, to be honest with you, you have surpassed my power, so I will likewise undergo rigorous training in the angelic realm. I understand, Whis. Wish you luck. Whis would leave for the angelic realm. Returning with the Saiyans, Orochi was not so comfortable with Kakarot's presence, as Jessie was very close to the same. How do you like Kakarot if we sleep together tonight? It would be a pleasure for me, my dear Jessie. Orochi, even realizing how Jessie was mocking in front of him, would raise his power to the maximum, even accessing his legendary mode, in which he had no reasoning whatsoever. Orochi rushed against Jessie, taking her by the hand and not caring that she's a woman, he would drag her across a large part of the planet, which made Jessie release large amounts of blood before continuing. Kakarot would appear in front of Orochi, granting him a powerful blow, sending him to the end of the planet. Damn, Orochi, what the hell's wrong with you? Kakarot, end his life! Kakarot would accede to the forbidden Ultra Instinct, but his hair color was still a green color. Both of them began to exchange hundreds of blows, while Yamoshi quickly approached with Jessie. Jessie, stop all this! You know that Orochi in his legendary state's the most powerful, dangerous one of all, and even though Kakarot possesses all that power, it won't be enough. And they were amazed to observe how Goku had sent Orochi flying with hundreds of serious wounds all over his body. I don't think so, Yamoshi. Since Kakarot power is growing by the second, he's even more talented than us. The battle of both Saiyans would begin to wreak havoc through the universes. That's the power of Son Goku, but apparently he's fighting a Saiyan, and he's also very powerful. Orochi would be able to connect a blow on his stomach, but to everyone's surprise, Kakarot would give a big smile. Is that all? Don't make me laugh. With this blow, I'll send you to the other world. Don't raise your hand to Jessie again. A large claw in the form of a beast would begin to descend on the atmosphere of the planet, which at the moment of colliding with Orochi's body would pulverize it. That's right, Kakarot had mercilessly reduced it to simple dust of the universe. That's impossible. He was able to end Orochi's life? Kakarot is amazing. I can't believe he has so much power. Hell, we haven't gone to the true king zone at all yet, and we already have a low, so in 3 days we'll go, so I want you to charge all your power. 3 days passed quickly. Yamoshi would summon a great Ozaru, which, by throwing a great roar towards the center of the universe, was able to cause a great three-dimensional fissure, through which they would enter, managing to access the dimension of the one true kings of the whole. But the instant they arrived, they would all be separated, and only Kakarot remained next to Jessie. While in front of them, a beautiful woman with the appearance of a little girl radiated an incredible power that even Kakarot was not of standing up easily. I am the first queen of all, and the most powerful. So tell me, what do you want? We only have the order to wipe out all the kings of the whole of this dimension, so right now you'll die. They have an incredible power, and being able to enter this dimension means that they are able to defeat the useless Zeno-sama. Jessie, a little upset, rushed against the Queen of Everything, which Mayuki, with an incredible visual power, made her fall into a powerful illusion, which was causing incredible damage. Kakarot, realizing this, would throw himself against Mayuki, but to his surprise, he was treated as if he were a simple child. That's right, the power of the first Queen of Everything was unequaled. Kakarot, he would return to his base state very badly injured, but Mayuki would Goku, realizing that he was under the mental power of that other Saiyan. Now you will obey me, since my heavenly eyes are the most powerful of all the existing eyes. That's how Mayuki destroyed Jesse's power, getting Goku to his side. But to everyone's surprise, the second king of all, who also possessed incredible power, would arrive with Mayuki very upset. Mayuki, some very powerful Saiyans have been able to wipe out all of us. Only I was able to flee.
What do you mean ran away? While everyone else is dying, you're a scumbag.
Yamoshi would still get to the place. Kakarot, Jesse, some very powerful Saiyans from another era have appeared, but their power is incredible. They were able to finish off each king completely in one blow. But Yamoshi would get out of control when observing Mayuki, since in his memories that queen had completely ended the life of his father, Kiryusi, the first Omega Saiyan god. Yamoshi rushed against Mayuki, but to his surprise, Mayuki would touch Yamoshi's face.
You are Kira's son. You are identical to the father. I'm sorry for not being able to save him.
What the hell are you talking about? It was you who ended her life.
I see that you are completely wrong. Since your father, the first Omega Saiyan, was able to save my life, sacrificing himself.
That means that this whole trajectory, even mastering the Forbidden Ultra Instinct, has served absolutely nothing. Of course you're wrong, brother, because with the power we possess now, we have to finish off those evil Saiyans that the Second King tells us about completely. But behind them, two Saiyans would appear. What touching words, but it's a pity that you don't have enough power to stand up to us. They are nothing more than simple insects. But both Saiyans got down on one knee when observing Goku, while everyone was very amazed. Great Kakarot-sama, tell us, what is it that you do in this place? We'd understood that you'd be staying at the palace. Mayuki would remember the legend that was said millions of years ago, even before she became a queen of the whole, which was about a powerful warrior who possessed a tail as if it were a monkey. But the power he possessed was unreal. Even kings of the whole had been annihilated by one of the blows of that warrior, which was called Kakarot, the Saiyan Destroyer.
I never thought that the Saiyan had a great kinship with the legendary Kakarot. But if it is called Kakarot in the same way, what's going on here? From the sky of the place, a powerful warrior had appeared in the battlefield. On this occasion, surprised Yamoshi and Jesse. If she is identical to the same Saiyan who was with Kakarot in the tournament, what happens to Zyko and Kumber? Who do they kneel in front of? They should only do it before Kakarot. That's why we're on our knees, Kifuru-sama. You're not gonna fool me. You're a cheap copy. So Zyko and Kumber, finish everyone else. I'll take care of this Saiyan. Jesse and Yamoshi, you face Kumber. He's the weakest Saiyan. And you, Mayuki and Bellin, face the other Saiyan. I plan to face this Saiyan. You're crazy. The power that emanates that Saiyan is even much more powerful than mine. I plan to give my life in this battle, so don't worry. Goku would begin to raise his power, in which his hair would also turn green. You really are not Kakarot, since you never used such a transformation, and your power besides his is a misery. You don't deserve to look like him. Goku would begin to exchange hundreds of blows with Kifura, but Kifura was only playing with Kakarot, while the other warriors, without trusting themselves in the slightest, had used their greatest powers to finish off the two Saiyans with a single attack. But they had run out of energy. Kifura would realize that his companions had been eliminated. I can't believe Zyko and Kumber have been annihilated by you simple worms, but that happens to you by week. Thanks for everything, guys, but this is taken care of by me. Goku would throw a small sphere of energy, making all the warriors able to get out of that dimension. Now yes, how about taking a hit with all my strength? Goku would expel much more power than his body could handle. With that power, he won't be able to move. But without waiting to be hit, Goku was able to deliver a blow to Kifura's chest by completely going through her. Both of them would fall to the ground while Goku's internal system seemed to collapse. Hell, thanks to Kakarot-sama who made me immortal, otherwise I would have died already. But I want to know what's the difference. Kifura would approach Goku's badly injured body, realizing that it was the same feeling, which would leave her surprised while the other warriors had landed on the planet of the Supremes. Yamoshi, along with Jesse and both kings of the All, had landed on the planet of the Supremes, in which, in the same way, the beings of the Kingdom of the All, along with the warriors of Universe 7, were in that place gathered. But if it's Akumo, are they coming to finish this off? Father, it looks like they're coming from a big battle, as he has wounds all over his body. Damn it,
We left Kakarot with that crazy woman. She had no chance at all.
But if you are Daishinken, the son of Daiku-sama, my first priest,
But if you are the queen of all the original, to what do I owe this pleasure? But why is she accompanied by that Saiyan?
I don't know why Yamoshi has done in his past, but it's not time. A very old seal has been broken by breaking the seal of these Saiyans.
What does Mayuki-sama mean by all that?
The seal that you destroyed with the death of Zeno-sama has been linked to another seal from millions of years ago, and by breaking this seal, that seal has likewise disintegrated.
It's a bit confusing, but I've understood.
I'm glad to know that, as we will need all the power we have available, as we will be facing a being that even surpasses my own. With all the respect you deserve, how do you want us to deal with the power that even surpasses you? I'm able to observe everything that has happened, and I can notice how you and your god have raised their power in a great way with that slight training.
What Mayuki means that we know that you can overcome your limits. We know that you're able to overcome the power that you possess. Trust in yourselves.
That's right. I'm counting on you, and Daishinken, I have great confidence in you, since Daiku-sama always talked wonders about his firstborn.
Rest assured that I'll not disappoint you, my lady. I'll do everything to exceed your expectations and become much more powerful. I'll train together with Daishinken and all the other angels.
Okay, I will help the guy named Beerus and the warriors that are found all over his universe. What has happened to all the other universes? As far as I can tell, the liberated Saiyans have destroyed everything in their path, with the exception of Universe 7 being the ancient home of Kakarot.
I'll train on my own, since I seem to have plenty in this place. Of course not. I know that your being that even surpasses the power of Zeno-sama, but I'm able to release all your hidden power. I appreciate your help, and I'll do whatever you ask, since our future and everything created depends on this battle.
Meanwhile, with Kefura, she is already completely regenerated, being able to stand up, but she was still very confused because when she met Kakarot, he also called her Kefura. Kefura, when he was about to leave, a Saiyan with fur all over his body would arrive on the battlefield.
My lady, what's happened to you? And who is that damn copy of Kakarot-sama?
Damn, now I understand everything. This is not a copy of Kakarot. We have traveled to the past. This is the Kakarot of this time.
What did my lady say? That's impossible.
Gogeta, hold Kakarot and let's go immediately.
Both warriors left where Kakarot was, but at the moment of arrival, the silver hair of a being very similar to Goku could be observed. But his essence radiated absolute evil. That's right, the power that this Kakarot possessed, that absolute evil.
Gogeta, what the hell are you doing holding a trash? My Kakarot, the trash you mean? You're yourself, but from the past I don't know what has happened. We have gone back in time. No, Kefura, we haven't gone back in time because we, being able to break space-time, and that seal being destroyed have fallen into this timeline.
Kakarot would move closer to Goku.
How pathetic you are, and that kind heart, of course I recognize it's me.
Goku, with a big jump, would take a little distance and release all that power he had collected in the course of the trip.
So this guy is a counterpart of me, but if I leave him alive, I know he'll end up with everything I want and love, so I can't leave him alive. You're trash. If you promise to be my slave, I promise to not end your life. In case you refuse, I'll make you suffer as you have not the slightest idea.
Goku, without caring about Kakarot's words, he would accede to the forbidden Ultra Instinct, with which he launched himself against Kakarot with all his power. Gogeta was about to intervene, being stopped by Kefura.
Don't worry, Kakarot. He wants to check the power that counterpart of himself possesses.
Goku, with his maximum power, threw millions of blows that even for Daishinken, it would be impossible to dodge all of them. But for Kakarot, it was simple child's play. That's right, Kakarot's power was so great that Goku's speed seemed that of a simple child. Kakarot, with a simple movement, was able to send Goku flying with 100 of wound all over his body.
Hell, I plan to hit him with all my might. I won't let him make fun of me.
Goku would activate the Kaioken increased to 500 times, with which his bones were broken. That's right, but he was able to connect a powerful blow which sent Kakarot flying to a part of the universe, observing how he had destroyed that planet with a simple impact.
Miserable.
You don't know how many millions of years have passed for a guy to be able to beat me. Now I'll torture you.
Kakarot, with his great power, was able to create several strands of energy of a red color, with which he was able to neutralize Goku and tie hundreds of energy chains to his body, which caused an immense power to Goku.
You better kill me, because when I'm able to free myself, rest assured that I'll end your miserable life. You'll never be able to free yourself from this eternal torture, so you better get used to all this pain.
Goku's screams could be heard all over that space. That's right, Goku was being tortured in an incredible way. Meanwhile, in the 12 universes, Yamoshi, along with all the angels, started with a rigorous training.
Being that we will face, it surprises everything we know. I ask for an apology for everything I did in the tournament, and to you, priest, an apology for everything that happened hundreds of years ago. It's amazing that a being like you, who's arrogant, apologizes. Apparently the warrior that we're going to face is really powerful. That's right, since his power is able to eliminate us with only one of his fingers, we'll have to raise all our power.
My other brothers and I have decided to merge. They will all join my body, and when this warrior is over, we will return to normal.
Excellent. With that, I imagine that will increase their power in a way never seen before.
A great pentagram would be formed in which all the angels began to join the body of Whis, which at the moment would expel a gigantic power, with which he was able to bring Daishinkan to his knees, which left Yamoshi very surprised by the brutal increase in power.
It's amazing how the fusion of all the angels has created a powerful warrior.
No, Yamoshi, as I explained before, they have joined me. I still keep my body.
No, I can't breathe. How is it possible that the pressure of all the angels together are able to completely bend me?
Whis would decrease his pressure considerably so that the great priest was able to move freely. However, it was not so simple for him. Father, that's all I can decrease my pressure since I'm not used to this power. I cannot decrease it anymore.
This workout will be hell. I won't be able to do anything. I feel like even though I don't have so much pressure on me, my bodies are fracturing. It's better to train under pressure since all cuerpos have the gift of adaptation. I know you'll not die, Daishinkan. I trust you.
Meanwhile, with all the royal Mayuki and Belion, both all kings were equally having a great workout along with Beerus, Gohan, Vegeta, and Piccolo. Hey Saiyans, don't you think it's better to integrate those two Saiyans to the training?
No, of course not. Although the blood of the warrior race runs through their body, they're simple children.
The multiverse has changed so much, since as a child I had to face much more powerful beings to be able to survive. Mayuki-sama, one question. Don't you know where my father is? I know where Kakarot hasn't died. I can still feel it. I trust them. I understand how you must feel, Jesse, but it's something practically impossible, since the power of that Saiyan even surpassed me, the first queen at all. Mayuki, you possess an eye similar to mine. Try to feel the visual interference. With the power of Kakarot, even I'm able to feel it. Mayuki, without any hope, would try what Jessie had told her, but to her surprise, was able to feel Goku's presence and even feel a little of his pain, because at that moment, he vomited a little blood.
What happened? Are you feeling alright?
Jesse, you're right. Kakarot is still alive, but he's being tortured. I don't know how he's able to endure so much, since I was only able to feel slightly of what to do with him.
That warrior named Goku is incredible, since even Mayuki was said to possess the most resistant body of all the multiverses.
That's right, the resistance that Goku possesses is incredible.
Kakarot, don't go and die. Bear up. You're one of the most powerful warriors, so I trust you, insect.
Returning to the place where all the other Saiyans were, we can observe Goku very badly injured, while incredible amounts of blood were coming out of his body.
You really are amazing, but I don't have to be impressed since you're like me, and I would never give up.
I hope you enjoy every torture you're giving me, because very soon all this will be alive.
Ha ha ha! You dare to threaten me?
Do you want me to kill you in front of your loved ones? If you do that, rest assured that your death will be a gift, since I'll never finish with you. I'll torture you 1,000 times more aggressive than this.
That's interesting. Well, I'm curious. We've already given several months for them to prepare, so it's time. My lord, do you want me to open the dimension?
That's right, Gogeta. It's time to enter the 12 universes. When we get there, I want the first universe they blow up to be Universe 7. I don't want them to leave any worms alive.
Gogeta, with a large part of her power, was able to open the portal through which everyone would come out. At the moment of arrival, all the planets of the 12 universes began to tremble with an incredible power, so much so that even some of them even exploded. So I decided to come out of that dimension because we have become very powerful in the same way. Jesse, without waiting a second more, would quickly head towards where they were releasing that incredible power. Yoshi would try to stop her, but it was impossible for him since the Supreme was releasing a large part of his hidden power.
Hell, apparently I won't be able to release all my hidden potential.
Don't worry, Yamoshi, everyone else will go, so focus on releasing all the power, as you will be of great use. All the warriors at incredible speeds were coming to the center of the 12 universes. Jessie, when she arrived, was able to observe Goku in terrible condition.
I swear I'll kill you! It doesn't matter that I'll have to die!
I see you have several beings that are approaching. Don't worry, I'll let those garbage arrive to exterminate them in one attack.
Kakarot would wait patiently while everyone else arrived at the battlefield. But the moment of Whis' arrival, a gigantic power was perceived in all universes.
So long no see, Whis. I see you've been able to push your limits like an angel. I know you're not the Goku I train, so you better be prepared to die. That hurts, Whis. Very soon you'll know the truth. Gogeta, let's start the attack. As my lady orders, today we'll annihilate the divine world.
And that's how both sides began to raise their power to the maximum, with which everyone was destroyed. The Supreme Planet was about to be destroyed, but Beerus would stand in front of the planet.
I'll protect this planet. Release the power of Yamoshi.
Beerus would expel a large part of his power, with which he was able to withstand that great expansion of energy. The mighty Beerus was even willing to give his life so that Yamoshi would be able to unlock all his hidden power. Flashback.
I don't trust you. You tried to destroy all of us, but now you want to collaborate? If you have to die, I'll let you die. You are right. I wanted to end the whole divine kingdom for a revenge which made no sense. And I understand, but I'll give my life for you.
And flashback.
Which stupid man has not kept his word? And I intend to keep mine. I'll give my life for the world which I wanted to destroy. Yamoshi, the explosion that occurred a few minutes ago was of a tremendous size. I don't think I will endure another one of that magnitude. How long do you need? Resist, Beerus. There's not much time left. Please bear.
But from all the distant universe, a second explosion could be observed. That's right, Kakarot on this occasion would try to destroy all the 12 universes without any exception.
This would be a dignified death, dying so that a Saiyan's able to protect everything existing. I'll be remembered as a legend.
Beerus would expel all his power to contain the explosion as long as possible, but he was consumed in a matter of seconds. But as the explosion was about to reach him, Yamoshi would stand in front of Beerus, spreading all the explosion of both.
I told you I'd give my life for every being in this world. Stupid. My life's worth nothing. You have to release all your hidden power. How do you think I was able to evade all that explosion? Beerus, powerful and respected god, would you give me the honor to fight by my side? I hope you're able to keep up with me.
Yamoshi would help to recover each of the energies of Beerus. At the moment, both warriors would quickly go to the battlefield, observing a being similar to Goku on a throne, observing everything while two Saiyans were able to humiliate all the other warriors. Even Whis and Daishinken, the most powerful warriors, seemed to be humiliated. Yamoshi, furious, would raise his power to the maximum, which would catch Gogeta's attention, quickly granting a blow to Vegeta and Gohan, coming to exchange blows with Yamoshi.
So you're the most powerful than the other Saiyans, so I want to face you.
While Kefura, he was able to face all the other warriors without any difficulty.
But Goku, where is he? Since I understand that warrior who's sitting on that throne's Kakarot.
That man is able to steal Goku in order to have a very old seal, and he swallowed it.
I know what they think, that my counterpart's their only salvation, and I partly believe it, and I'm not gonna take any risks whatsoever.
Mr. Beerus, we must free Mr. Goku from that seal, because if he's able to take the Forbidden Ultra Instinct to a higher level, I know that he could do something against these guys.
But how will we know that, Whis? We need an overwhelming force.
That's right, but
at along that moment, Daishoken would communicate with both of them mentally, as Daishoken along with Gohan and Vegeta were facing Kefura. I plan to be the hook. Channel all your power in my right fist. I have Thinker to give my life so that Son Goku's able to return to the fight. And the two entirely original kings. One of them left in search for some situation to free Mr. Goku, while Mayuki is on the planet over there in very bad condition. Hell, we have no choice, but let's do it! Beerus, along with Whis, began to channel all their power, and the fist of Daishoken, which, feeling as his body was becoming much slower due to the excess of power, with a powerful blow was able to send Kefura flying by catching her off guard. 0 point! Said technique was able to make Daishoken invisible for about 10 milliseconds, and it was enough time for a being with the speed of Daishoken. When the technique was cut, everyone was able to observe how Daishoken was brutally dismembered by Kakarot, which had great suffering. I don't know how you've been able to grant me a hit, but you'll pay with it for your life. But at that moment, a gigantic power would be released in front of Kakarot, saving Daishoken. That's right, the snatched plan of the deities had turned out. Damn you! I'm not going to leave you alive! And after you destroyed my entire universe, why did you do it? Aren't you a version of me? Do you really want to know? Okay, I'll tell you about it. Millions of years ago, Goku, in the same way, won the Tournament of Power, reaching the Ultra Instinct. I revived all the universes, but those damned ones, they sought to betray me. They preferred to end my life. The damn god Belmont from Universe 11 had my whole family, so I decided to leave. But at the moment, I was attacked by my own children. While I fell to the ground, everyone mocked me. Kefura from Universe 13 tried to save myself, but in the same way, I fell on the battlefield. I gave the perfect opportunity to run away. Since then, I was able to become so powerful that the next time I had them in front of me, I ended up with my whole family, my whole universe, and I was ending universe after universe until I destroyed Daishoken's Mandito. But the king of the whole of that timeline was able to seal me and my other sane warriors. Now I understand. When Goku asked for Zeno-sama to be eliminated, in a twin timeline your seal was also broken. That's why I plan to end each and every one of those bastards. Better you, Goku, join me, because in a very short time these people you protect today will turn their backs on you. Jessie would put her hand on Goku's shoulder. Goku, we would never turn our back on you. I'm not asking you to trust us, but we trust you, and you have all our loyalty. Damn insect you are, and will be my biggest rival, just like my best friend. It's a pity what happened to you, but that's not why you had to destroy more timelines which had no business. Although sometimes I disagree with Kakarot's action, I'll always be on his side. My lord, you have given me new opportunity. I was betrayed in the same way to my being able to be so great, but you rescued me. In that case, on the attack, I'll take care of my annoying counterpart. Everyone threw themselves against each other. That's right, everything seemed to be like a pitched battle. The kings of all surrounded and also joined the battle. But Kefura, by taking the battle much more seriously, would access the Ultra Instinct, leaving everyone surprised by the power he was able to release. Kefura, with a single blow, was able to end Gohan's life, while Vegeta was able to be on the verge of death because Gohan had sacrificed himself for Vegeta. Damn, Gohan. I told you to stay out of it. I swear I'll avenge Gohan. Furious Vegeta launched himself against Kefura, but he was not able to do anything before that powerful Saiyan. Vegeta would be brutally beaten, falling to a rock that was in space. Kefura, me being the first queen of all, I want you to face me. I swear I'll give all my power and my soul to end your existence. Do you want to end my existence for the simple fact that I do not agree with your follow-up? Of course not, and from what I've heard, you committed the crime of traveling between different timelines. I can't afford that. I will exterminate you. I want you to try, damn it. Both women began to give an incredible battle, which it was very incredible. The rumor was that the shoulder was much more powerful, did not apply to both women, which, with that, each of their fists even cracked the same dimension. Goku and Kakarot would stare at each other. I have to push my body to the limit one more time. Goku would access his transformation again, which went far beyond the forbidden Ultra Instinct. That's right, his hair would turn a green color again, while Kakarot would access the Ultra Instinct, both beginning to clash their fists. But the difference of powers was clear, since Kakarot was able to dominate every exchange of blows, while Goku spat blood of excess.
I'm ready. I want to get my body used to the pain. Now.
Goku was able to access the Ultra Instinct in the same way, but the power was emanated was much greater than normal. But to this, Goku would do something crazy.
Body resists the power of a Saiyan. Kaioken increased 1,000 times.
Goku, when activating the technique, several of his bones would completely break, and despite all the pain he felt without caring, he threw himself in front of Kakarot, who was only able to see something coming towards him, trying to cover up, but when Goku's fist hit his forearm, Goku's fist had destroyed Kakarot's entire arm. Being sent flying millions of kilometers, Gogeta, watching as his king was hit in such a way, increased his power to the limit by putting himself in front of Goku trying to stop him. But Goku, wasting no time, would annihilate him with a blow from the dragon, leaving no trace of Gogeta. He really is Kakarot, as his power continues to rise in an incredible way. Kakarot would come out of a planet, expelling an unreal power. So much was the expulsion of his power that, on this occasion, everything around him seemed to tremble. But Goku, without any fear, would begin to approach Kakarot, which his aura radiated a fearsome fire. Both were face to face. Without mediating words, they began the last combat. That's right, what they didn't know was that the true and authentic father of the Saiyans was watching everything that happened. Even this one had fur all over her body, as well as a few signs all over her.
That bastard who calls himself Kakarot has pure evil in his heart. His counterpart is not able to do anything. I will have to intervene.
The father of the Saiyans would continue to observe their incredible battle that was taking place. Kakarot, in the moment, was able to hit a big blow on Goku's stomach, but Goku, without any pain, connected a blow on Kakarot's chest, completely opening it.
You're defeated. With an injury, you won't be able to fight again. Ha ha ha. It's a pity. Do you remember when you were able to dare me in this same way? We possess the gift of immortality.
That's right, Kakarot's chest would completely regenerate.
I told you, you won't be able to beat me, so you join me, and let's rule everything that's rightfully belonging to us.
Kakarot was sent to fly with the blow, while Goku granted millions of blows to Kakarot, but no matter how much damage he did, he was not able to end his life. On the contrary, Kakarot would begin to get used to Goku's blows.
It's time to go to that universe. His opposite party won't be able to do anything. Even I don't know that he was immortal.
The World King of the Saiyans and the Father would begin to enter the multiverse of Zeno-sama, while Goku on this occasion was tortured really.
I offer you a chance to rule by my side, but you turned it down. Now you'll die.
Everyone else tried to come to his aid, as his screams were able to be heard by all the universes. But it was useless, as Kefura would stand in front of everyone else. I'm the second king of all. I self-destruct, but I take you with me, damn it. Bellion, with his great speed, would take Kefura, starting to channel all his power to destroy himself. But Kefura, without any compassion, was able to create a small explosion, which for Bellion was deadly.
You won't be able to do anything against us.
But when everything seemed lost, that's right, the powerful Emperor Ozaru would make his appearance, cutting off even the air of everyone present. That's right, with the simple fact of being on the spot, he was able to subdue Kakarot and Kefura.
What the hell is this? Who are you? I'm the true father of the Saiyans, and I've come all this way to end your pathetic life. I'd rather seal you, so that your counterpart does not share your fate. So the real Emperor Ozaru did exist.
That existence, as if it were a game, would seal Kakarot and Kefura again, while with a simple snap of his fingers was able to make everything return to normal, even reviving all the fallen warriors on the battlefield. But he hadn't finished anything yet, since Kakarot wouldn't let himself be sealed so easily. The mighty Kakarot, despite using all his power, it was useless for him to fight against the powerful seal of the first Supreme Saiyan of all existence. It will be almost impossible for that warrior named Kakarot to be able to get out, but from his hateful look, I'm sure he won't give up, so they'd better train.
Are you sure? Since they were previously sealed in the same way, the mistake was that their seal was linked to ours.
Exactly, since it is impossible to contain warriors of that scale of power. For that reason, they must have agreed to seal to a much weaker one. That means sooner or later those damn bastards will be able to get out of that dimension. It's very likely, but as with any label, there's always a margin of error, and we can't rule it out. Meanwhile, in the seal or dimension, Kakarot was very upset because he considered himself the most powerful warrior of all that exists. However, he was not able to do absolutely anything against that subject. I can't believe that guy's power is so great that I'm even able to be completely bent. I have to get out of this damn place. Kakarot, what are we going to do? It's just you and me. All our other allies have fallen on the battlefield. We won't be able to do anything against those miserable. There's one last alternative, although it is the thing I least want to do, so we better train. That bastard not being able to compress the seal, he was able to leave us a big space to be able to train. Kakarot, I'm sure that when we leave this place and you talk to all the gods of the divine world, they will understand and we'll be able to live in one of the 12 universes, or even create our own. Kakarot's power would be completely skyrocketed because his anger has been notorious. You're asking me to live with the bastards who betrayed me and almost killed me. I'm planning to put an end to those damn garbage. I'm really sorry, but seriously, I wish there were no more fights between all of us, but I'll understand if it's not what you want. I never plan to live with those bastards. I'm sure I'll be able to get out of this place and beat the shit out of that bastard who calls himself the first original Saiyan. Returning to the outside, Mayuki would begin to collect a great energy in the palm of his hands. But although the condensed power was gigantic, it did not cause any havoc for any universe. Mayuki-sama, what are you planning to do? The power that you're channeling in all your energy veins is incredible. You won't be able to bear it. It's an incredible burden. Billion, us being the completely original kings, we weren't able to do anything. So I'll plan to bring all the universes back to normal, even if I lose my life. The value of that little queen at all is amazing. I like her point of view, so I won't let her die. Mayuki would expel a great golden-colored light all over the outside, with which he was able to even bring to every planet and universe, including all living beings which understood absolutely nothing. Die! What happened? Since the end of the Tournament of Power, I don't remember absolutely anything. I just know that my friend Goku's power increased in an incredible way. Great Zeno-sama, we regret to inform you that your best friend... The Guardians weren't able to finish their sentence because when they observed Goku, they launched themselves against him. And as Goku was very weakened by his battle against Kakarot, he received several death attacks. Receive this, Divine Punisher! The combined attack of both Guardians generated a powerful explosion all over the place, which left everyone present surprised. However, in front of everyone, Akuma was able to stop all that incredible power. It's impossible. If they fought us to life again, I thought they'd already finished with this bastard. This can't be! How is it possible that Akumo, the destroyer god of Universe 18, and the most powerful of all gods, is in front of me? Akumo would make a bow to the great Zeno-sama. Great Zeno-sama, I implore you to forgive all the other offenses that this server has committed towards you, as I didn't behave up to. Both Guardians were amazed, because they never thought to observe a warrior like Akumo humble himself to apologize to the great Zeno-sama. I never thought that the most powerful rebel god is able to bow down to the great Zeno-sama. What happened in our absence? The warrior who was almost beaten to death was the savior of everything you know. You're right. Because of him, we were freed. But thanks to him, we were able to finish with beings that even overwhelmed us with powers. Guardians, and Little Zen, you are my successors, so you should not be afraid. Akuma was a great help in this great battle, and even thanks to him, I was able to survive. If what Mayuki-sama informs me is correct, I've nothing to deny against Yamoshi. I will restore his universe myself. Don't worry about that, Zen, as I have taken the trouble to restore the entire universe of Akuma and Jesse myself. Don't worry about my Mayuki, as I plan to stay close to Goku, to be able to become much more powerful.
But although everything seems peaceful, this is still not over yet, because those bastards still possess great power, and if they're able to free themselves, we'll be lost. Goku, we've never had limits, so I'm sure we'll be able to break each of our limits again. I want to have a battle with you, Akumo, because after you released all your power, I feel like every vein of energy has been able to expand in an incredible way. I don't want to end your life in one fell swoop, as you're just scum to me. But while everyone was talking all over the space, the presence of a powerful first original Saiyan could be observed. Warriors, they have about 2 weeks to become powerful, as that'll be the time I'll be able to retrain these warriors. I don't know for what reason they have been able to triple their power. This is bad, but apparently I'll have one last chance. I caused this, I think, to end this damn nightmare. Returning to that seal, we can observe as the power of Kakarot and Kefura has risen in an amazing way. But although they had tripled their power, it wasn't enough to be able to leave that powerful seal. Kakarot, I'm sorry. I feel like I've reached my limit and we haven't been able to do anything against this damn label. I agree with you, Kefura. Apparently only one of the two will be able to get us out of this hell alive. And for your bad luck, that I think will be me. Kefura, being off guard, would be bound by multiple golden energy rays, while these extracted their power little by little. I'm sorry, but this is not enough. Divine Rapture Saiyan! Kakarot's powerful technique would increase his power as well as his pain due to thick chains coiled all over Kefura's body, while large amounts of blood drained from his entire body. Kakarot, you bastard! I thought you loved me! I'm not gonna let you keep my power. I'll self-destruct! Of course I love you, my Kefura. You are the one who saved me. But most of all, I love myself, and I can't afford to die in this damn place. Kakarot, with much more powerful energy, would collide with the energy of Kefura, was able to neutralize it completely, because the power of Kakarot was much more superior to the power of Kefura. After spending a few days in the seal, Kakarot was able to take over all the power of Kefura. Even though this power was mine, not able to be compared, the power increase I was able to possess thanks to Kefura's power was incredible. Kakarot, being able to expel all his power, would quickly remember all the battle he had with his counterpart. No, I can't be impulsive, since that's what led me to defeat last time. I have to control all this power and finish those bastards. Kakarot would begin to train every part of his body, every muscle, to be able to maintain great speed. Meanwhile, every god, angel, and warrior were equivalently receiving a rigorous training not to fall before the power of Kakarot. This time, I want to be the one to end that damn murder myself. I'm not going to let him get away with it. My lady, I don't know why, but I have this very bad feeling, even though the mighty god Saiyan informed us that in 2 weeks Kakarot would return. I agree with you, Bellion. It's been about 3 months since there's no news, and this peace is too strange. I'm sure that wretch is planning something, and it's something very dangerous, because for him to have given no trace of his existence, it means that it requires a lot of time and power. Are you sure about everything you're saying, Kakarot? I think that you're just overthinking, because when we were sealed, we fell into an eternal sleep. I'm sure of what I'm telling you, Jesse, since he's telling me, and I'd never give up on a damn seal. I know I'd do anything to break it. Returning to Yosuke's seal, little by little, it was able to crack completely, while Kakarot's silver hair could be observed even within the dimension. Ha ha ha! Finally, the day I leave this damn stamp has arrived. I plan to blow to pieces with my next energy extortation. This is too strange, since that warrior's power is not increased in the slightest. Will he fall into eternal sleep? But a big explosion would occur all over the place where Yosuke was, suffering great damage because the extortation of the seal would also explode, coming out as if there were rays of energies against Yosuke, which, despite releasing his pressure, was able to completely overcome himself. While from all the smoke of that big explosion, the powerful Kakarot could be seen, who was walking through the entire castle of Yosuke. Long time no see, damn first Saiyan. It's a pity, though, that on this occasion I'm even able to sweep the floor with you. Kakarot would grant him a powerful blow, sending him to a planet, destroying it with a simple impact, while Kakarot walks even above the air since his simple pressure was capable of creating steps of compressed energy. I never thought I'd be able to have those deplorable conditions on the warrior who calls himself the original Saiyan.
Kakarot would start carrying a small sphere of energy in the palm of his hand, but to his surprise, Goku was able to reach the battlefield. 5 minutes before,
What's the big explosion? Damn it, so that bastard finally shows his face. This will be the day he puts an end to his evil. Apparently he's back. It would be better to go finish with this right now.
all the warriors of the divine world were able to feel that powerful explosion, but the instant they wanted to enter, they were supposed to be by a powerful energy barrier.
What's this supposed to be? Were we not able to pass through this energy?
I recognize this energy. Goku, please don't do this to us. Don't do what I'm thinking, Goku. There are more ways.
I appreciate the time I spend with each of you, but I can't find any other way. So today, I'm gonna put an end to this once and for all.
Goku would leave quickly while everyone else released huge amounts of energy without being able to do absolutely anything. Goku had come up against Kakarot, prostrating himself in front of the same.
Kakarot, you don't even know how long I've been waiting for this day. The day I'll finally be able to put an end to your evil. Maybe you'll be able to do it by yourself. That's impossible since the previous time you weren't able to do anything between all of you. What do you think you could do on your own? I'm the only capable of ending your miserable life, as I intend to end the life of an immortal once and for all.
Goku, as if he were a lightning bolt, would get behind Kakarot, while the Omni's marks would appear on every part of his body. And with his incredible physical strength, he's able to subdue Kakarot.
Just hugging me won't be able to finish me, you stupid. It's pity that you plan to die with you. We both would be blown to pieces. I wanted you to know that to be able to endure and regenerate after an explosion of my maximum power.
Kakarot's gaze would change to one of terror, but it was too late, since Goku's eternal energy was at its limit. That's right, at the moment, a gigantic explosion could be observed by all the universes. Even in that explosion, the Hawkeye energy had combined. While both disappeared in that powerful flash, Goku's barrier had completely disappeared.
Damn, Goku, you never let me help. This is sick of being a burden.
The warrior's son Goku proved his power until the end of time. We'll make a big statue in his name, while each of the original kings were able to help recover each of Yosuke's energy. The courage that that warrior possessed is incredible. Even I'll help in the construction of his statue.
A great statue would be created in the center of the 12 universes in reverence to the warrior who saved every existing being from his counterpart called Kakarot. $70 million years ago, there was an unimaginable void without any life, when suddenly emerged a being which didn't know it was himself where he was.
What's going on? What am I? I can't see anything. What is this immense void?
What he didn't know was, until that moment, was that he was an omnipotent being who was going to create everything known as the universe. He would even create a whole multiverse full of different types of life in order to find at some point an individual who could match or surpass the strength of his son called Zeno-sama. In Zeno-sama's palace, 30 million years after the birth of Zeno-sama's father, he introduces himself to his son.
Zeno-sama, my son, you've grown strong and apparently you've become very powerful over the centuries.
Father, I've always felt that my existence has no purpose. I often get bored. Why did you bring me to life to be bored?
70 million years ago, there was a void from which I was created. As I grew, I developed powers and immeasurable strength. As a result of that, a need was born in me to find a being who could match or surpass your strength, to even equal my own greatness. That's why I created planets, galaxies, universes, and living beings of various species.
All this was created just so that I could exist?
Yes, my son. Every star, every life form, everything has a purpose. To prepare you to be the supreme god of all that I've created. You're the main reason for all my creation.
It's a heavy burden, Father. Why me?
Because in you, I see the true potential to rule in this vast cosmos. You are the hope to maintain harmony among the creations that have sprung from my being. You are the missing piece in this cosmic chest.
Father, all this that you tell me is an enormous responsibility. I don't know if I'm ready to be able to do it. What if I fail?
There is no failure, son. Your very existence is success.
Every moment in your life has molded you into the supreme being that you are. I trust you will fulfill your destiny.
What about you, Father? What role do you play in all this?
My role is to guide you from the shadows, to watch you fulfill your purpose. Finding balance in the universe is a task that requires your leadership. I'll be here, in the darkness, watching you carry out the mission I have given you.
I understand, Father. Leave everything in my hands.
Thus passed centuries, millennia, in which Zeno-sama was guided by his father to govern the immense multiverse he had created for him, but now convinced of the purpose he had in his life. In the present time, 30 million years after the conversation that Zeno-sama and his father had, in one of the universes created by Father Zeno, on a planet called Earth, Kakarot and Vegeta were training together with Whis and Beerus after having faced very powerful beings. While they were training, the Earth was illuminated by flashes of energy. As Kakarot and Vegeta embark on intense training, Whis and Beerus watch from a distance, assessing the Saiyans' every move as they prepare to rise in their skills.
Hey, Vegeta! Remember when we first faced Frieza? That guy was incredibly strong.
Yes, Kakarot. That was our first encounter with an enemy of another level. But we cannot forget the Cell Bug, that creature with cells from all of us. He put us in big trouble with his martial arts tournament. Luckily, your son became strong. Both Saiyans exchanged energy blasts. Each hit and dodge was an echo of their long history of battles.
Ah, yes! The first time you showed the teleportation technique. That was amazing! Thanks to Gohan, we were able to defeat him.
But then came Majin Buu. That battle was unforgettable. We had to merge to have a chance.
The fusion was great, but we also learned about redemption and kindness at that time. Buu became good because of you.
As they continue their training, the energy of both Saiyans light up the space. Whis and Beerus watch with interest. Yes, but don't forget about Beerus. That god of destruction who almost wiped out the Earth with a single sneeze. Although in the end, he turned out to be more of a joker than we thought.
Yes, I remember when I tried to fight him in my Super Saiyan 3 form. I wasn't at his level, but at least I gave him a fight in my Super Saiyan God form, and that was possible thanks to all of you.
That's right. And now we're here, training with Whis and Beerus. We cannot let our guard down, Kakarot. There'll always be bigger challenges.
Exactly. Every fight makes us stronger. Let's keep training and bettering ourselves.
Of course. We're always one step closer to being the strongest warriors in the universe. The training continues as Kakarot and Vegeta, under the tutelage of Whis and Beerus, strive to reach new levels of power in order to defend the Earth from new and more powerful enemies that may appear with the desire to destroy the planet that welcomed them. While Kakarot and Vegeta were training to overcome their limits, Whis and Beerus encouraged them to keep improving.
Very good, Saiyans. Keep it up.
Yes, they're very strong, but I don't know if that'll be enough to keep my interest. Suddenly, they feel a dark presence and the whole environment begins to become dark, and a dark, powerful presence fills the place.
What's going on, Mr. Whis? Something's not right. I feel an extremely powerful and dark presence.
That feeling sounds familiar. Who could it be? The darkness intensifies, and suddenly an opposing figure appears in front of them like a shadowy nebula. Inhabitants of the multiverse, have you missed me? Hello, dear inhabitants of the multiverse. I've come to observe progress of my creations.
What? Who is this guy?
I don't know, Kakarot, but his presence is overwhelming.
No way.
What? The figure lingers in a shadowy haze, with the speaker being the father of Zeno-sama, the omnipotent being who created the multiverse. This one appears in all multiverse, where all the warriors were training for future problems. This guy is the father of Zeno-sama, the creator of everything we know of universes beyond our imagination. I didn't think we'd ever see him.
Sir, your arrival is unexpected. Forgive the insolence, but to what do we owe you presents? The inclination of Whis and all the angels of different universes is because they have knowledge of who was the father of Zeno-sama. For that reason, they have a great fear and respect for him.
I see you've been busy, warriors. You have faced great obstacles throughout your insignificant lives, but this time has come. Are you strong enough?
We're always up for a good challenge.
Shut up, Kakarot. Don't you feel how powerful he is? How can you say that?
Haven't you noticed something missing in the multiverse?
At that moment, Zeno-sama's father set out to tell them the reason for the ambiguous question. Moments before Zeno's father appeared before the whole multiverse, he was very angry because when he woke up from the dream of millions of years, he was surprised that many things had happened that went against the main reason why he created the whole universe. Because of this, he appears before his son Zeno-sama. In the center of the realm of everything, the overwhelming presence of Zeno-sama's father eclipses space. His voice booms like thunder as he directs his fury towards his son Zeno-sama. The latter, visibly nervous, tries to defend himself as the tension between the two intensifies.
Zeno-sama, you failed in your duty as supreme god. All the warriors of the multiverse have overstepped their bounds and now dare to call themselves gods. Gods? This is unacceptable!
Father, I understand that this is all being misunderstood, but...
There's no excuses, Zeno-sama. Your lack of authority has allowed inferior beings to rise above us. How dare you let them usurp the title of gods?
I'm sorry, Father. I did not intend for things to come to this point.
The anger in Father Zeno's voice increases. His tone becomes more defiant and contemptuous.
Your intention? Your weakness has sullied the name of our divinity. The only god here is me, and no one else should dare to call himself that. No one!
Father, I understand that I'm in your debt, but we can find another way to restore order.
Father Zeno's response is an explosion of contempt and fury.
You do not deserve the title of god at all. Your weakness has tainted my creation. Because of your incompetence, I must restore the balance, even if it means getting rid of you.
What? Father, please don't do it! There's so much I can still learn and improve! I can fix all of this!
Zeno-sama's imploration is lost in Father Zeno's cold determination.
It is already too late, Zeno. Weakness must be eradicated from existence for true power to prevail.
In an instant, Zeno-sama's father unleashes a blast of devastating energy that engulfs Zeno-sama and begins to tear him to shreds as he screams in pain.
No, Father, please! Ah!
Order has been restored. No one else will dare to challenge my supremacy. I will now take it upon myself to re-establish balance through my creation.
In the present day, in front of the terrified warriors, due to what Zeno-sama's father had informed them what had happened to his son Zeno-sama, a being they all adored and feared.
You insignificant beings now understand. Because of this, I will destroy all the timelines and universes that exist. I am a divine being, omnipotent, and I can do it. But I will give you a chance to fight for your lives. So I'll organize a tournament in which the strongest warriors of the entire multiverse will participate so that the power will prevail.
Earth 2024.
What?
This can't be true.
Do you think we can face something like that, Mr. Piccolo?
Oh? We'll have to train a lot physically and, above all, mentally.
The idea of a tournament piques his interest, seeing the opportunity to test his own power and perhaps become even stronger. Thraxis Nocturne. Planet sunk in the shadows.
A tournament, eh? Well, I'll show that true power is not limited to divine beings.
I won't let them destroy our future. I will fight in that tournament and protect my own.
A tournament with the strongest warriors, huh? It'll be my chance to show that the Saiyans are not insignificant beings. We will see who is truly divine in this tournament. My empire will prevail.
A competition between the strongest. Interesting. I was showed that the Metacoolers are superior in all universes.
Nigerian, a world with perpetually cloudy skies where storms of dark energy lash the surface.
Father, this tournament will be the perfect occasion to show you that my power surpasses yours. Perfect. I'll show my true power and wreak havoc in every corner of the multiverse. Destruction in a tournament. What a magnificent combination. I will be the ultimate warrior and subdue all under my rule. Let's fight. This tournament will be my stage to demonstrate the power I've obtained.
Dracoria, homeworld of the humanoid dragon warriors and the descendants.
The threat of destruction is overwhelming. My fire may not be enough to face its dark omnipotence. a shadow that threatens to destroy everything. My ability to manipulate the darkness may not be enough. Even with my swordsmanship, facing an omnipotent divine being will be an unparalleled challenge. This divine being has the power to destroy everything I love. My fire will be my defense.
A divine threat. My control over thunderstorms will be enough. This will be a challenge like never before.
After seeing the various emotions and thoughts of the main participants of the tournament, Zeno-sama's father begins to explain the rules of this supposed tournament.
Minimal beings. The rules are simple. The tournament will be to the death. It'll be held in a timeless space where the laws of time and physics are temporarily suspended. The only way to eliminate an opponent is to make his heart stop. It is by killing him. There's no other way. In this tournament, it is either you or your rival. There's no limits on the use of skills. You must unleash your full potential without restriction, so as not to be destroyed in the process. I'll be the one who will watch over the whole process. The participant who wins will have the joy of facing me, putting his life and the life of his universe at stake. But I'm a PS deity, and I will bring him the opportunity to have a divine power similar to mine for a determined time. If he does not take the advantage of it, he will have to accept the consequences.
In spite of the uncertainty that the warriors have in front of what the father of Zeno-sama has said, some are excited and others are worried.
Wow, this sounds exciting! A tournament with fighters from all universes. It's gonna be great!
Why should we trust this tournament to be fair? By killing them?
So I can fight to the best of my ability. But killing beings that are just fighting for their lives is not nice.
I hope everything I've said has been clear to everyone. The only rule is that you have to kill your opponent so that they don't kill you. I want to make that clear. You will have to kill your opponent. The way we will check if you're worthy of calling yourselves gods.
Father Zeno disappears and everything returns to normal. You can see Kakarot's excited about the new enemy that is seen. It is very powerful. Vegeta, scared and worried about his family, angry with Kakarot.
Wow, that guy's incredibly strong. I'm excited to fight him in the next tournament.
Excited? Do you realize what's at stake, Kakarot? The enemy is dangerous, and we can't just underestimate him.
But Vegeta, that guy has awesome power. It's gonna be the best fight of our lives.
This is not a game, Kakarot. Do you realize that we're putting our families and the entire universe at risk?
I know it's serious, Vegeta, but it's also a chance to get better. Besides, Zeno-sama's father is excited about this.
I can't believe you're so carefree. My family's in danger and you're excited about a fight.
I'm not saying I'm not serious, Vegeta, but when an opportunity presents itself to measure our power, I can't resist.
You always think about the fight, don't you? Sometimes I wish you had a little more responsibility.
Vegeta, I understand that you're worried about Bulma and Trunks, but trust that we can protect them.
I don't like the idea of someone else deciding about our lives.
I understand, Vegeta, but do you really think we can ignore this opportunity?
I'm not going to lose my family over a fight, but I also know that I can't stop you from getting excited about the battle.
At that moment, the tension between Kakarot and Vegeta is palpable as they prepare to face the new enemy. While Kakarot is filled with excitement for the fight, Vegeta faces the situation with a mixture of fear and determination. Thus, the training of the entire multiverse for their survival of their species began. From the moment on, the most powerful warriors of all the universes began to train with greater intensity in order to save their universes and timelines. After having communicated with the entire multiverse from the realm of everything, the father of Zeno-sama would observe everything from a crystal screen, that the warriors were getting stronger and stronger. He sent his shadow warriors to slow down the process of them.
But what is this feeling that stirs my supreme being? A mixture of fascination and disdain. It's inevitable that mortals yearn for more, that they aspire to surpass their boundaries. Yet some of these warriors are reaching levels I cannot allow. Their power threatens the balance I've established. It's enough that they're mere participants in my tournament. They must be contained. They must be eliminated before their ascensions endanger the stability of my creation. My shadow warriors, creatures of the shadow and executioners of my will travel throughout all the universes. They'll be my instruments to stop these reckless advances. I will not allow the power of these warriors to grow beyond the limits set by my divinity.
Father Zeno, we're here to receive your orders.
Shadow creatures, my loyal enforcers, the time has come. The universes pulsate with an energy that threatens to destabilize the order I've established. Mortal warriors, in their relentless pursuit of power, are rising to dangerous heights. Their progress must be halted.
Your orders are our will. How do you wish us to proceed?
Each of you will disperse among the universes. Your mission is to find those warriors who dare to exceed the limits imposed. There's no room for compassion. The threat must be eradicated. Annihilate them without mercy.
We will, Father Zeno. No warrior would be strong enough to defy your will.
The shadow creatures set off to every universe and timeline to destroy every warrior who would participate. Along the way, they encountered weak warriors who they destroyed with these strong and very powerful ones. It was dusk when suddenly the Earth's atmosphere trembled with an unnatural darkness. In the blink of an eye, shadow creatures emerged from the interdimensional shadows, ethereal and menacing beings that would challenge even the strength of the mightiest warriors. Kakarot and Vegeta, training on the vast battlefield of Earth, sensed the arrival of an ominous presence. Shadow creatures, their ethereal forms and eyes burning with the intensity of darkness, materialized before them.
What are you? We are servants of Father Zeno. Your progress has been noted and must be halted. The will of Father Zeno is the supreme law. The warriors have exceeded the allowable limits and will now be destroyed.
The shadow creatures moved with an agility that defied logic, leaving behind them trails of darkness. Kakarot and Vegeta prepared for the confrontation, their energies flashing in response to the threatening presence.
Well, it looks like we have new opponents. This should be interesting.
No matter who sends them, we'll not allow them to stop our progress.
The shadow creatures, speechless, rushed towards Kakarot and Vegeta with flashing speed. The battle ahead would not only be a test of strength, but a struggle between light and darkness, between the determination of the warriors and the will of the father of Zeno-sama. The battle rages and the environment, plants, stones, and sky are witness to the incredible demonstration of power. Kakarot and Vegeta, deploying a great amount of ki, are in the center ready to face the two mysterious shadow warriors that attack them. Shadow Creature 1 moves at breakneck speed, leaving only flashes of darkness in its wake. Its form is ethereal, almost impossible to follow with the eye. It attacks with incredible precision, throwing punches and kicks that defy the perception of time. Shadow Creature 2 stands out for its devastating power. Its every strike sends out waves of dark energy that distort the surrounding space. Its presence emanates an ominous aura that shakes even the particles of space. The fight begins with Kakarot and Vegeta charging forward, but the shadow creatures respond with astonishing agility, dodging every blow and counterattacking with almost invisible movements. Faced with the speed of the Shadow Warriors, Kakarot and Vegeta are forced to raise their power to Super Saiyan level.
Vegeta, these guys are incredibly fast. I can't even keep up with their moves.
Looks like our usual speed isn't enough. We'll have to raise our power to the maximum.
Both Saiyans concentrate, their golden auras bursting as they transform into Super Saiyan. Their golden hair lights up the space as they launch into a fierce offensive. But the Shadow Warriors remain equally agile, gracefully dodging the attacks. The intensity of the power illuminates the space.
Now, Vegeta, let's go all out.
Let's go, Kakarot.
The Saiyans rush towards these Shadow Warriors with a fierce offensive. However, the shadow creatures dodge their attacks with surprising grace, moving through the energy blast with ease.
Is that the best you can do, Saiyans?
Their speed is admirable, but they're still not up to par. Damn it! It can't go on like this, Kakarot. We need something else.
You're right, Vegeta. Let's take this to the next level.
Faced with persistent speed of the Shadow Warriors, Kakarot and Vegeta rise their power even higher, transforming into Super Saiyan Blue. Their blue auras flash with intensity and the pressure of their power shakes the surrounding space. However, the Shadow Warriors are not daunted. The battle reaches its peak as the four warriors are engulfed in a frenzy of energy. Kakarot launches his attack called Kamehameha, and Vegeta launches his final flash attack, but the Shadow Warriors respond with counterattacks that defy the laws of physics. Then the clash of these powerful attacks causes an immense explosion. At the precise moment that both Saiyan warriors, the shadow creatures, collided their attacks, the explosion resulting from the collision of the attacks left a crater on the battlefield, while a dense smoke obscured the view. Amidst the haze, Goku with a serious but confident expression, and Vegeta, also with a confident expression of having destroyed the shadow creatures with his attacks, stood on guard, ready to face whatever emerged from this smoke. Suddenly, as soon as the smoke dissipated from the battlefield, the shadowy creatures emerged unharmed, floating in the air with an even more intense presence. Their forms twisted, revealing an even darker and more powerful transformation. Now, with eyes glowing with a more intense light, the shadow creatures uttered a great malevolent laugh and moved towards Goku and Vegeta with renowned ferocity. The sky was covered with dark clouds, and lightning intermittently illuminated the scene. The creatures, once scattered, began to converge into a chaotic mass. Their bodies intertwined and merged, creating a monstrous entity that emanated a dark and malevolent aura. The fusion of the creatures was completed with a loud roar, and before Goku and Vegeta emerged, a nightmarish creature. The fused creature had a grotesque figure, with twisted limbs and glowing eyes filled with evil. Its body was enveloped in a halo of dark energy, which distorted the space around it. The ground shook with every step he took, and the waves of evil energy generated chaos on the battlefield. Goku and Vegeta exchanged determined glances. They knew they faced an unprecedented threat. The fusion of the creatures had given rise to a being of incredible power and speed. Goku frowned, clenching his fists, while Vegeta gave a cocky grin.
Kakarot, looks like things have become interesting. I didn't expect to have to face something like this.
Yes, Vegeta, this creature's no joke. We're gonna have to give it our all.
Both warriors raised their ki to the maximum, surrounding themselves with an intense golden and blue aura. Their hair stood on end and the earth trembled under the pressure of their combined power. The fused creature responded with a guttural laugh and advanced towards them with great strides.
Come on, Vegeta, let's attack together and put an end to this!
For once, Kakarot, I agree.
The battle reached its climax as Goku and Vegeta, enveloped in their golden and blue auras, launched themselves towards the fused creature. Every punch and burst of energy echoed through the air, creating a spectacle of flashes and booms. The creature, however, was not easy to defeat. Its agility and strength were astounding, dodging the Saiyan's attacks with ease.
Vegeta, we need to find an opening in its defense! Focus!
I know, Kakarot, but this thing's fast.
The fused creature responded with a ripping attack, sending the Saiyans flying across the battlefield. Goku and Vegeta, however, quickly recovered and stood up with renewed determination.
We can't underestimate this thing! Come on, Vegeta! Let's attack together!
All right, Kakarot, together we'll defeat it.
Goku nodded and they concentrated their energies into an amazing combined attack. A brilliant flash of light and blue light materialized in their hands, growing with each second. The fused creature, seeing the imminent threat, tried to counterattack, but it was too late.
Kame! Final Flash!
The powerful beam of combined energy shot towards the fused creature, illuminating the dark battle with its radiance. However, just when impact seemed inevitable, the creature, in the last act of desperation, deployed a dark shield that managed to resist the Saiyan's assault. The result explosion sent Goku and Vegeta flying backwards, returning them to their base form, leaving them dazed and severely injured on the ground. The fused creature, though weakened, struggled to its feet, its malevolent aura flickering, but far from fading completely.
Vegeta, we're in trouble! This thing's stronger than we thought!
Vegeta, however, lay motionless on the ground with visible wounds and his aura rapidly diminishing.
Vegeta! Don't give up, Vegeta!
The fused creature, slowly recovering, calmly approached towards Vegeta with a palpable malevolence in its glowing eyes.
Your efforts are futile. I'm the amalgam of darkness itself. This is the end of you, Saiyan Prince.
Goku, full of rage and despair, stood up and threw himself towards the creature with what was left of his strength. However, the creature, with a simple wave of its hand, unleashed a wave of dark energy that enveloped Kakarot and threw him violently to the ground.
Vegeta, we need a plan. The fused creature approached Vegeta, lifting him off the ground with one hand. The Saiyan Prince, barely conscious, opened his eyes to meet the cold, merciless gaze of his energy.
Kakarot, do whatever it takes.
The fused creature, with a contemptuous gesture, threw Vegeta back to the ground, leaving him on the verge of death. The battle, which had begun with hope, now became bleaker than ever. With his partner down and his own strength waning, Kakarot faced a strength that seemed insurmountable. Goku, sensing the desperation of the situation, recalled the hermit seeds he carried with him. The moment the fused creature came speeding towards him, Goku managed to dodge that blow swiftly, approached Vegeta and handed him one of the valuable seeds. "Vegeta, eat this! It'll give you the energy to keep fighting!" At the same time, Goku also consumed one of the seeds. Vegeta, barely conscious, accepted the seed and consumed it urgently. The hermit seed acted quickly, healing Vegeta's wounds and restoring his life energy. Flashes of golden light surrounded the Saiyan Prince. As he stood up, his eyes were gaining determination.
Kakarot, don't underestimate me. I can keep fighting.
"Fine, Vegeta, but we need something else to defeat this creature. Do you remember the fusion technique?" Vegeta frowned but nodded in understanding. Both Saiyans positioned themselves in front of the fused creature, focusing their energies. "Vegeta, let's do it! Let's merge!"
I don't think it'll come to this, Kakarot, but I have no choice.
Both warriors stood side by side, raising their hands into the front and began to concentrate their energies. The atmosphere was filled with a brilliant glow as the two Saiyans merged into a single entity. The resulting figure was a perfect combination of Goku and Vegeta, with a powerful golden aura enveloping their fused bodies. This fusion creature showed signs of unease as it witnessed the transformation. The new Saiyan entity turned to it with a determined look. The fusion between Goku and Vegeta, known as Gogeta, in his Super Saiyan form was now evident. Gogeta, with the combined voice of Goku and Vegeta, said, "Prepare for defeat. We're the fusion of the Saiyans, and there's nothing we cannot overcome." With a unified shout, the Saiyan fusion lunged towards the fused creature with incredible speed and power. The battle between the Saiyan fusion and the fused creature erupted into a frenzy of power and skill. Every move, every blow, every burst of energy shook the battlefield. The earth trembled under the intensity of the confrontation, and the sky lit up with the sparks of energy released during the fight. Gogeta, with the combination of Goku's cunning and Vegeta's determination, proved to be an unstoppable force. However, the fused creature did not yield easily, showing a resilience that defied expectations. Both contenders were at a stalemate, each pushing their limits to the max. Goku and Vegeta, in their fused form, began to feel the need to unleash more power to overcome their more formidable foe. In a moment of perfect synchronization, both Saiyans raised their ki to the limit, and the atmosphere itself began to be distorted with the built-up pressure.
It's time to take this to the next level!
In a dazzling flash, the Saiyan fusion underwent an astonishing metamorphosis. His once golden hair now turned sapphire blue, and his aura took on a heavenly hue. The transformation to Super Saiyan Blue had taken place. The fused creature recoiled momentarily as it witnessed the new form. Shocked by the magnitude of the power unleashed, however, the Saiyan fusion showed no mercy and lunged towards with dizzying speed.
Prepare for true Saiyan strength!
The attacks and counterattacks reached a speed that defied perception. The fused creature, despite its previous endurance, was outmatched by the speed and aggressiveness of the Saiyan fusion in its Super Saiyan Blue form. The battle had not yet come to an end. In a final attempt to resist, the fused creature unleashed its own dark power, enveloping the Saiyan fusion in a spiral of chaotic energy. Gogeta, in response, concentrated his energy to the maximum in an act of rage.
Let's go farther!
The energy surrounding the Saiyan fusion intensified and exploded in a dazzling burst. The bright blue aura became more intense, and the power of the Saiyan fusion increased to unimaginable levels. The sky lit up with glows and waves of energy as the fused creature faced Gogeta's unstoppable strength. However, in an unexpected twist, the creature began to build up a dark and sinister energy, revealing a hidden power.
Your resistance is impressive, Saiyans, but you have not seen my true potential.
The fused creature transformed,
its fusion distorting further. A black aura filled with malevolence surrounded its body as its eyes glowed with terrifying intensity.
What the hell is it doing?
The fused creature, now imbued with a new dark power, lunged at Gogeta with surprising speed. Despite Gogeta's formidable strength in his Super Saiyan Blue form, the fused creature seemed to be able to anticipate even more.
Now you'll experience true darkness.
Gogeta sensed the threat, deciding to take his own power to the extreme. In a blink of an eye, he activated the technique, the Kaioken. His blue aura multiplied into a mixture of blue and red, and the intensity of the battle reached levels never seen before.
It's time to put an end to this. Kaioken!
Gogeta's speed and strength multiplied exponentially, and the fused creature was momentarily caught off guard. However, the creature counterattacked with a blast of dark energy that enveloped Gogeta, but he struggled to resist. Gogeta, in his Kaioken state, felt the need to raise his power even higher. Thus, his ki increased, causing the earth to tremble from such immense power, destroying mountains and lifting rocks into the skies. At that precise moment, he disappeared from the sight of the fused creature, appearing from behind and creating a glowing bluish sphere of energy that materialized between his hands.
Final Kamehameha!
The energy sphere impacted against the fused creature with unparalleled force. The resulting explosion lit up the sky, dispersed the creature's dark energy. However, when the light faded, the fused creature emerged once again, albeit visibly weakened.
Do not underestimate my power, Saiyans. I have attained a form beyond your comprehension.
Gogeta, sensing the gravity of the situation, prepared for the next confrontation. The battle, far from over, was entering even more dangerous terrain, with the fate of the universe hanging in the balance in this fierce struggle between light and darkness. The battlefield was plunged into utter chaos, with destructive shockwaves reverberating throughout the space. Gogeta, with his combined aura of Super Saiyan Blue and Kaioken, was moving at speeds that defied perception. The fused creature, despite his new enhanced form, was momentarily outmatched by the Saiyan warrior's speed.
Darkness cannot defeat light. It's time to seal your fate.
Though weakened, the fused creature did not give up. With impressive speed, it lunged towards Gogeta, unleashing a series of dark attacks that even defied the Kaioken's speed.
Your light is but a fleeting glimmer. In the eternity of darkness, you will suffer.
Gogeta, with sharp reflexes at precise moments, will dodge the fused creature's attacks. The battle reached an even greater frenzy, with a clash of fists and kicks creating waves of energy that swept the surrounding landscape. The once dark and stormy sky were illuminated by the flashes on the contest. In the beginning of the moment of opportunity, Gogeta channeled the Kaioken to an even higher level. His aura became more intense, mixing blue with red in a dazzling display. Seeing the new burst of power, the fused creature recoiled momentarily, a moment Gogeta took advantage of to gather energy.
This is the limit of your darkness. Prepare for the end.
Gogeta, with unmatched speed, appeared in front of the fused creature, concentrating his energy to a single point. A glowing sphere of energy formed between his hands, but this time, the sphere was not blue, it was a mixture of colors. A fusion of the power of Super Saiyan Blue and Kaioken.
Kaioken 20 times! Final Kamehameha!
The now larger, more powerful energy sphere hurled with impressive speed towards the fused creature. The resulting explosion illuminated the entire horizon, causing the mountains and valleys to be enveloped in a dazzling glow. When the light faded, the fused creature lay defeated on the ground. Its dark aura completely dissipated. Gogeta, with his Super Saiyan Blue form and Kaioken still activated, watched cautiously. The intense battle had come to an end, but the price of the confrontation was reflected in the devastated earth and the wear and tear visible on the Saiyan warrior.
I hope that was enough. This universe can't take any more of this destruction.
With a flash, Gogeta deactivated the Kaioken and returned to his base form. As silence descended over the battlefield, the lingering question was whether the threat had truly been eliminated or if there was still challenges to be faced in the vast cosmos. Goku and Vegeta, feeling that the threat had been neutralized for the moment, separated from the Saiyan fusion. The intensity of the battle had left both Saiyans exhausted, but their attention was diverted to a disturbing reality. In the corner of their vision, they watched as a small dark creature made its way towards where Gohan and Broly were standing.
Vegeta, something's happening! We must get there fast!
Those two are in trouble if that thing gets to them. Let's go, Goku! Both Saiyans, despite their exhaustion, dashed towards Gohan and Broly's location with as much speed as possible. As they approached, they could see the dark creature getting closer and closer to the two warriors. Gohan, who was training with Broly in an attempt to increase his skills, noticed Goku and Vegeta's arrival urgently.
Dad! Vegeta! Something's coming!
Broly, with his piercing gaze, had also sensed the approaching threat.
Evil creature, we will fight.
The small dark creature, noticing the presence of the Saiyans, stopped advancing and displayed a malevolent laugh.
Ha ha ha! Your victory was short-lived. This is only the first of many surprises.
Before they could react, the dark creature split into multiple smaller shadows, surrounding Gohan and Broly with astonishing speed.
Watch out, Broly! They're fast and dangerous!
We will fight. We won't let them defeat us.
Goku and Vegeta, arriving just in time, joined the battle. The battle became a chaotic dance of blows and explosions as the Saiyans fought the dark shadows that multiplied endlessly.
Let's finish this quickly. Gohan, Broly, stay strong.
Got it, Vegeta!
Broly, unleashing his titanic power, emitted a wave of energy that temporarily dispersed the dark shadows. However, the dark creature, in a final act of desperation, merged back into a larger, more powerful form.
My shadows cannot be so easily defeated. The real battle has just begun.
The shadow creature, now strengthened and more menacing than ever, faced the four Saiyan warriors with palpable malevolence. Gohan, Broly, Goku, and Vegeta moved into battle stance, facing the shadow creature with determination.
Come on, guys! Let's work together and put an end to this menace once and for all!
Broly growled in agreement, his power emanating from him with an imposing force. Goku and Vegeta, despite their earlier exhaustion, raised their energies ready for the battle ahead. The shadow creature, with a sinister laugh, lunged towards them with surprising speed. The Saiyans responded with a coordinated assault, launching energy blasts and performing combo attacks. However, the shadow creature was agile and dodged their attacks with ease.
We can't let this thing get away. Concentrate on attacking together.
You're right, Vegeta! If we fight them as a team, we can overcome anything!
The four Saiyans synchronized their movements, attacking in harmony. Broly unloaded titanic blows. Gohan used his agility and advanced techniques, while Goku and Vegeta coordinated their energies to create a combined assault. Despite their efforts, the shadow creature proved to be resilient and adaptable. It defended with cunning and counterattacked with fury. In a moment of tension, the shadow creature unleashed a dark glow that enveloped its form, transforming to an even more powerful and monstrous version.
It's getting stronger again!
It doesn't matter. I'll destroy it.
The battle intensified as the shadow creature, in its enhanced form, launched waves of dark energy and unleashed more devastating attacks. The Saiyans, however, did not back down. Despite the gravity of the situation, their determination burned stronger than ever.
There's no limit to our strength when we fight together! Come on, guys, we can't lose!
This thing doesn't know who it's messing with. Get ready for what's coming.
Gohan, Broly, Goku, and Vegeta channeled their energies to the maximum, shaking the earth under the intensity of their combined power. In a unified act, the four Saiyans raised their ki to the limit and lunged towards the shadow creature with indomitable resolve. The shadow creature, now in its strengthened form, unleashed a dark energy that enveloped Broly, possessing the mighty Saiyan with a malevolent influence. Broly, his eyes now awash with shadows, stood before the other Saiyans with a menacing presence.
Broly, I won't let you be used as a puppet. We must save him. We won't let this thing manipulate Broly. Come on, guys. Let's protect ourselves and save our friend.
This is getting more complicated than I thought. But no matter, we won't let the darkness win.
The battle began with the shadow creature using Broly's immense power against them. The controlled Saiyans' attacks were fierce, with waves of energy and bursts of ki that challenged even the most experienced warriors. The Saiyans dodged and counterattacked, but the shadow creature took advantage of Broly's brute strength to counter his moves.
We must weaken it enough to free Broly! Dad, Vegeta, let's follow the plan and attack in unison!
The three Saiyans coordinated, launching a series of swift and powerful attacks. However, the shadow creature moved with agility, dodging most of the blows and countering with blows of its own.
Broly, under the influence of the Dark Possession, was showing superhuman endurance. It's not enough! Broly, fight against this influence!
We must force him to break free. We're gonna give it our all.
In a moment of desperation, the Saiyans decided to raise their powers to the maximum. Goku transformed into Super Saiyan second stage, Gohan advanced his mystical form, and Vegeta unleashed his own power into Super Saiyan second stage. The three Saiyans surrounded Broly, launching a combination of flurry of powerful attacks. Broly, resist! Don't let their darkness consume you! The shadow creature, feeling the combined presence of the three Saiyan warriors, showed signs of weakness. However, in a desperate act, the dark energy intensified its hold on Broly, raising its power even higher and unleashing unbridled fury. We can't give up! We're going to free Broly, whatever it takes! The battle reached its climax as the three Saiyan warriors, Goku, Gohan, and Vegeta, clashed against the shadow creature possessing Broly. The unleashed energy created a spectacle of flashes, explosions, and shockwaves that shook the battlefield. Goku, with his power as a Super Saiyan, moved with astonishing speed, launched energy blasts and accurate punches at the shadow creature. Gohan, in his mystical form, unleashed a combination of fast attacks and advanced techniques, seeking to weaken the dark possession that controlled Broly. Vegeta, in his Super Saiyan second phase form, displayed titanic power, coordinating his attacks with calculated precision. Broly, listen to my voice! Don't be consumed by this darkness! The shadow creature, however, resisted tenaciously, harnessing Broly's brute strength and ferocity to counter the Saiyan's attacks. Broly, under the dark possession, responded with unstoppable strength, his attacks more intense and uncontrolled. We need to weaken that possession! Come on, guys, keep up the pressure!
This dark power won't last forever. We must resist.
The battle grew more frantic. With each passing moment, the shadow creature, sensing the threat of the Saiyans, intensified its hold on Broly, fusing its dark energy with the brute strength of the legendary Saiyan. We can't back down now! Broly's our friend, and we won't let this darkness control him! In a moment of perfect synchronization, the three Saiyans focused their energies into a coordinated attack. Goku launched a Kamehameha, Gohan unleashed a Masenko, and Vegeta fired a final flash, all aimed at the shadow creature. The resulting explosion illuminated the battlefield, creating an energy storm. However, when the light faded, the shadow creature Broly still stood, visibly weakened but far from defeated. It's not enough! We must find a way to free Broly from this possession! At that moment, the shadow creature, taking advantage of the Saiyan's momentary weakness, launched a surprise attack, sending Goku and Gohan to the ground. Vegeta, with his rage in his eyes, stood up determined.
Enough's enough! We won't let this thing continue to manipulate Broly.
Vegeta concentrated his ki to the maximum, unleashing a new transformation. His intense blue aura transformed into an even brighter and more powerful hue.
Super Saiyan Blue!
The atmosphere itself seemed to tremble at the magnitude of the transformation. Vegeta, now in his evolved form, launched himself towards the shadow creature with renewed speed and power. Vegeta's transformation in Super Saiyan Blue Evolved caused a dramatic change in the intensity of the battle. His bright blue aura flashed with overwhelming energy as he charged towards the shadowy creature and Broly, who was still under his influence.
It's time to put an end to this. Broly, I'll fight to free you from this darkness.
The shadow creature, sensing the threat posed by Super Saiyan Blue, adopted a defensive stance. On the other hand, Broly, his eyes still darkened, prepared to face Vegeta. Vegeta unleashed a flurry of quick and precise attacks, combining punches and kicks with astonishing speed. Each move was charged with the strength of the new form, and the shadow creature was forced to retreat in the face of Vegeta's fury.
Broly, regain control. I'll not allow this darkness to consume you.
Broly, under the influence of the Dark Possession, responded with impressive stamina. His attacks were brutal and uncontrolled, but Vegeta moved with a dexterity that defied expectations.
I need to find an opening in this possession.
In an act of bravery, Vegeta launched himself directly towards Broly. Their fists collided forcefully, and Vegeta, using all his skill, made precise strikes that temporarily weakened the dark influence.
Broly, fight this! You're stronger than this darkness!
The shadowy creature, seeing Vegeta's resistance, increased his energy and fused even more with Broly. Now the dark influence was more entrenched than ever, and Broly unleashed an explosion of wild power.
You can't stop me, Saiyan Prince! Vegeta, not backing down, continued to engage Broly. The battle reached new heights as both warriors unleashed their most powerful attacks. Vegeta launched a Big Bang attack while Broly responded with a gigantic charge of dark energy. The collision of energies generated a huge explosion that blanketed the area. After the dust settled, Vegeta lay on the ground, clearly exhausted but not giving up.
I can't lose. My determination's stronger than your darkness.
The battle between Vegeta and Broly, who was possessed by the shadow creature, reached a critical point. The overflowing energy of the confrontation was spreading across the battlefield, distorting the air and creating palpable tension. At that crucial moment, Goku found himself regaining consciousness, stood up, and immediately went to Saiyan's Prince's side.
Vegeta, let's go! Let's give it all we've got!
Goku's transformation into Super Saiyan Phase 2 and joined the fray. The shadow creature, seeing the arrival of another Saiyan warrior, prepared to face the new threat.
Kakarot, you're just in time. This thing has gotten stronger with Broly.
We'll face it together! Broly, we won't let this darkness control you!
The three Saiyans stood in formation, ready to deal with the shadow creature fused with Broly. The intensity of the conflict increased even more, with flashes of energy and clashes of fists echoing throughout the battlefield.
Come on, Kakarot, let's attack in unison and free Broly.
I got it, Vegeta! Together, we'll free him!
The Saiyans coordinated their attacks, launching a combined blast towards the shadow creature. Despite their efforts, Broly's dark possession was still resisting, fueled by the brute strength of the legendary Saiyan. Broly, under the influence of the shadow creature, unleashed an uncontrolled fury. His attacks were unpredictable and devastating, putting the Saiyans on the defensive. Goku, Vegeta, and the shadow creature continued to exchange energy blasts and powerful blows.
Vegeta, we must break that possession! We can't let Broly fall into darkness!
Roger that, Kakarot. Let's keep attacking together.
Amidst the chaos of the battlefield, the fiery aura of the Saiyans lit up the sky, a visual manifestation of their mammoth power. Goku and Vegeta, feeling the weight of the battle, decided to take it a step further. They joined their energies in a symphony of power, a final bid to tear apart the shadows enveloping the evil presence. The shadow creature on the brink of the abyss responded with desperation. It raised its own power, and the darkness churned with intensity as it struggled to resist the combined onslaught of the Saiyans. The clash of energies created a cataclysm of flashes and booms, shaking the battlefield to its core. At that critical moment, the energy explosion was unleashed with dazzling magnificence. The earth shook, and the shockwaves swept across the landscape, leaving behind a trail of destruction. Goku, Vegeta, and Broly, enveloped in the blanket of the explosion, were momentarily eclipsed by the blinding light and dancing shadow. When the shimmering luminosity faded, the Saiyans found themselves faced with a new scenario. On the ground lay Broly, his figure shrouded in a residual haze of the contest. The dark aura that had consumed him had finally dissipated. Stillness reigned on the battlefield. As the warriors approached with worried looks, the formidable warrior who now resisted, his power darkened, finally silenced.
We did it, Vegeta! Broly's free!
Yes, but this shadow creature's still a problem. We can't let our guard down.
Vegeta nodded grimly as they watched Broly, who lay on the ground, slowly recovering from the intense battle. However, at that moment of apparent calm, the shadow creature, cunning and unnoticed, had left Broly's possession to seek a new host. The dark entity swiftly swept into the shadows, unnoticed by the Saiyans, who still assessing their companion's condition. Silently, the shadow creature crept towards Gohan, who had been watching the battle from a distance. Gohan, oblivious to the threat looming over him, felt a shiver run down his spine, just as the shadow creature enveloped him with its dark presence. A momentary flash of its eyes indicated that something was terribly wrong. At that instant, Gohan, with a sudden alteration in his expression, went on guard without warning. His gaze, now posed by the shadow creature, glowed with a malevolence that contrasted with his gentle nature. Goku, noticing the sudden tension, turned towards Gohan, but before he could react, Gohan, under the influence of the shadow creature, moved with supernatural speed. The confrontation with Broly had left the Saiyans exhausted, and the shadow creature, seizing the opportunity, vanished into the darkness along with Gohan. Vegeta, realizing the situation, gritted his teeth in fury. The threat persisted, and now Gohan, a valuable ally, was in the hands of the shadows. Goku and Vegeta, despite their exhaustion, prepared for a new confrontation, aware that the battle had not yet come to an end. The tension in the air was palpable, as Goku and Vegeta, still worried about Broly, with determination, turned towards the place where the dark entity had vanished.
Damn it, where'd that thing go?
I don't know, Vegeta, but we must find it before it hurts Gohan. The two Saiyans, quick as the wind, rushed towards where Gohan had been standing, their senses alert. The shadow creature, now inside Gohan, emerged from the shadows with a sinister laugh.
Looks like they're not as cunning as they thought. Now I have a new toy for my plans. Get out of Gohan, you damn creature.
I'll not allow you to possess my son!
Ha! You think you could stop me? My power possesses even more of your combined forces. Do not underestimate the Saiyans. We have overcome greater challenges than you.
Leave Gohan and face your fate, creature. You'll not be victorious. The shadow creature, now in control of Gohan, smiled malevolently before responding.
We'll see how long you can resist. Gohan is now an instrument of my will.
The shadow creature possessing Gohan unleashed a burst of dark energy that distorted the surrounding space. Goku and Vegeta suddenly found themselves during a chaotic confrontation, with Gohan now transformed into an instrument of the malevolent entity. The waves of energy radiating from Gohan's possessed figure created an ominous aura that filled the battlefield, defying the Saiyans' endurance and determination. The Saiyans, in their Super Saiyan Blue form, prepared for the impending clash. The shadow creature, using Gohan's body, moved with supernatural agility, dodging the Saiyans' first attacks with grace and malice. Gohan, his eyes now filled with darkness, lunged at Goku with astonishing speed. Goku blocked Gohan's first few blows with difficulty, feeling the enhanced strength and speed of his new controlled son. The fight was intense, each move charged with power and ferocity. Meanwhile, Vegeta positioned himself strategically, assessing the situation, looking for an opening to attack. The shadow creature, through Gohan, unleashed a flurry of attack, which devastating blows that kept Goku on the defensive. However, Goku's ability to adapt quickly to the battle allowed him to counter the attacks and counterattack with his own overwhelming power. Vegeta, sensing an opportunity, lunged at the shadow creature from an unexpected angle. However, the dark entity had sharp reflexes and deflected Vegeta's attack with ease, throwing Gohan against Goku as a distraction. The shadow creature's strategy paid off, as it took advantage of the distraction to hit Vegeta with a beam of dark energy. Vegeta, although he resisted the impact, was momentarily weakened. The entity, now with a malevolent smile, turned to him.
Damn it! This isn't over, shadow creature.
Goku, reacting quickly, stepped between the shadow creature and Vegeta. Vegeta, hold on! We can't let this thing divide us! The shadow creature, enjoying the chaos it had sown, released a dark aura that enveloped both Saiyans. The dark energy sought to confuse and weaken their senses. However, the Saiyans' instinctive connection to Ki enabled them to resist the dark influence. The battle raged in a frenzy of clashing colors and energies. Gohan, controlled by the shadow creature, moved with a mixture of speed and agility that defied the laws of physics. Goku and Vegeta, each focusing on their own battlefront, were trying to coordinate their attacks to free Gohan from the dark possession. Gohan, fight this darkness! You're stronger than this! Gohan, though showing flashes of resistance, was caught in an internal struggle between his will and the shadow creature's control. The battle grew more challenging. With each passing second, the shadow creature reveled in its ability to manipulate and corrupt one of Earth's mightiest warriors. Vegeta, recovering from the earlier onslaught, threw himself back into the fray. The shadow creature, however, anticipated his attack and gracefully dodged Vegeta's attempts to strike it. The dark entity counterattacked with a series of precise blows that forced Vegeta to retreat.
You damn shadow, don't underestimate the Prince of the Saiyans.
Goku, seeing his partner's difficulty, raised his power to the maximum. Dazzling energy emanated from his Super Saiyan Blue form as he prepared for a concentrated attack. The shadow creature, noticing the glowing threat, diverted its attention to Goku. Vegeta, keep up the pressure! I'm gonna concentrate my energy to free Gohan! Vegeta nodded and increased his offensive, distracting the shadow creature as Goku concentrated his power. The fight reached a new level of intensity, with each move echoing across the vast battlefield. The energy collided, creating shockwaves that distorted reality itself. Goku, eyes glowing with determination, unleashed his most powerful attack. A sphere of glowing blue energy formed in his outstretched hands. Charged with the combined strength of the Saiyans, the sphere grew in size and the power as Goku had held it in place. It's time to free Gohan! The shadow creature, realizing the threat, moved quickly to stop Goku's attack. Vegeta, taking advantage of the distraction, lunged with renewed fury, looking for an opening to attack. The battle reached its climax when Goku released the energy sphere, ascending it directly towards the shadow creature. The energy sphere burst into a dazzling flash, illuminating the battlefield with intense light. Shockwaves swept through the darkness as Goku's purifying energy sought to free Gohan from the shadow creature's possession. However, as the light faded and the earth stopped shaking, the shadow creature emerged seemingly unharmed. The dark entity, now irritated, turned to the Saiyans with a twisted laugh.
Is that all you can do? My power is unbreakable.
Goku and Vegeta, despite their exhaustion, prepared for the next assault. The battle, far from ending, dragged on into confrontation of epic proportions. Darkness and light collided in an endless clash, with the will of the Saiyans resisting against the entity that threatened to plunge them into the shadows. The dark creature, after resisting Goku's powerful attack, showed a malicious smile. A dark glow enveloped Gohan, and his body began to tremble with intensity. A guttural scream echoed through the air as the dark entity forced a unique transformation on the Saiyan warrior. Gohan, under the shadow creature's influence, contorted and his body was enveloped in a dark, feral energy. The earth trembled with the intensity of the transformation, and Gohan's figure began to change. Defined musculature, red eyes, a wild gaze, long gray hair, and emerging in the new form, Gohan Dark Beast. Vegeta and Goku, shocked by the unexpected evolution, instinctively recoiled from the overwhelming presence of Dark Gohan Beast. The shadow creature had accomplished what it could not do with Broly, unleash a unique and uncontrolled transformation on Gohan. Dark Beast Gohan, now freed from any hint of rationality, roared skyward, emitting an overwhelming energy that shook the battlefield. His eyes glowed with an animalistic intensity, and his posture indicated that human control was suppressed.
This can't be happening. What did that thing do?
The shadow creature managed to unlock something inside Gohan. This won't be easy. The shadow creature, pleased with the success of its manipulation, watched the scene with satisfaction.
Now, witness my true power, the Saiyan Beast Warrior. How do you plan to stop him?
Dark Beast Gohan let out a deafening roar and lunged towards Vegeta with impressive speed. Dark Beast Gohan's attacks were ferociously savage, his brute strength and speed surpassing even Broly's most rampaging transformation. Vegeta, using his speed and agility, dodged Dark Beast Gohan's first attacks. However, the Saiyan Beast Warrior's ferocity was unpredictable, and Vegeta was forced to deploy all his skill to stay out of range of the devastating attacks. Goku, assessing the situation, transformed into Super Saiyan Blue and rushed to Vegeta's aid. The two Saiyans fought in tactical coordination, looking to open an opportunity to counter Gohan's savage new form. The battle became a whirlwind of energy, with explosions and crashes echoing across the battlefield. The shadow creature in the shadows continued to manipulate and fuel Dark Beast Gohan's fury. The Saiyan strategy was becoming more and more challenging as Dark Beast Gohan seemed to be one step ahead, anticipating their moves.
Damn it! Gohan Beast is too unpredictable.
We must find a way to free Gohan from this transformation. We can't let the shadow control his true power. As the Saiyans faced Gohan Beast's fury, the shadow creature watched from the shadows, enjoying the chaos he had unleashed. The situation was becoming more critical with each passing moment, and the Saiyans' endurance was being tested in the face of Beast Gohan's uncontrollable fury. The battle raged on in a titanic struggle between light and darkness, with the hope of freeing Gohan from the influence of the shadow creature hanging in delicate balance. The Saiyans, determined to overcome this challenge, faced an enemy that had managed to unleash an even greater internal threat than before. While the intense battle raged on the battlefield, Piccolo, the Namekian sage, was immersed in his mental training somewhere secluded. His concentration was so deep that he could feel an abrupt shifting ki, a disturbance that reverberated through space and time. A shiver ran down his back, indicating the gravity of the situation.
Something's not right.
The Namekian instantly stood up, his cloak billowing as he focused on the direction of the glowing chaos. The power he felt was not just brute force. It was an amalgam of dark energies that seemed to defy the very essence of reality. Wasting no time, Piccolo prepared to approach this side of the conflict. Back on the battlefield, Goku and Vegeta fought valiantly against Dark Beast Gohan, who moved with uncontrollable ferocity under the influence of the Shadow Creature. The Dark Entity, sensing Piccolo's arrival, smirked.
Looks like we have a new guest. This just gets more interesting.
Goku and Vegeta focused on Gohan Beast, noticing Piccolo's presence as he appeared on the battlefield with a serenity that contrasted with the surrounding chaos.
What happened here? What have you done with Gohan?
That shadow thing possessed Gohan and transformed it into a wild beast.
We can't free Gohan this way. The Shadow Creature manipulates his power in unimaginable ways.
Dark Beast Gohan, noticing Piccolo's arrival, turned to him with wild eyes. The Shadow Creature, enjoying the chaos, prepared for the next act of this heartbreaking play.
Welcome, Piccolo. You're just in time to witness the inevitable downfall of these Saiyans.
Don't underestimate the Saiyans or my determination. I'm here to free Gohan.
The Namekian braced himself for the confrontation, deploying his ki with an intensity that made it clear he would not be a mere spectator in this battle. Dark Beast Gohan, fueled by the shadowy influence, roared and lunged towards Piccolo with a speed that defied all logic. The battle became even more chaotic with Piccolo's entrance. His movements were precise and calculated, contrasting with the wild ferocity of Dark Beast Gohan. Goku and Vegeta, aware of Piccolo's strategic skill, adjusted their approach to coordinate their attacks with the Namekian. Meanwhile, the Shadow Creature watched the battle with a Machiavellian smile, enjoying the confrontation between the forces of light and shadow. The Dark Entity was determined to prove that its influence was insurmountable. The fight unfolded in a whirlwind of colliding energies, with Piccolo demonstrating his tactical and strategic prowess. Dark Beast Gohan, however, remained a formidable challenge, his erratic movements and uncontrolled strength testing the tenacity of the warriors on the battlefield.
Goku, Vegeta, we need to plan to break the connection between Gohan and that Shadow Creature.
You're right, Piccolo. We need to attack from different fronts and destabilize that connection.
I'll take care of keeping Beast Gohan busy. Kakarot, you use the connection you have with your son to try to isolate the Shadow Creature.
Goku and Vegeta, coordinating their efforts with Piccolo's strategic expertise, went on the assault. Piccolo used his wisdom to be able to devise a way to get Dark Beast Gohan out of said possession, while Vegeta unleashed his fury with calculated attacks to keep the beast at bay. As the battle continued, the Shadow Creature began to feel the pressure of the combined strategy of the Saiyans and Piccolo. The connection between Gohan and the Dark Entity was under threat, and the Shadow Creature, despite its confidence, was beginning to show signs of concern. The battle was far from over, but the warriors' resilience was growing stronger in the face of the adversity that loomed over them. As Piccolo continued his mental struggle to free Gohan from the Shadow Creature's possession, his Namekian senses sharpened. Keen perception led him to identify a small shadow leech clinging to Dark Beast Gohan's lower neck, a detail that had not been evident in Broly's previous possession due to his long hair covering that region.
That's it. The key in this little shadow leech on his neck. We must eliminate it to free Gohan.
Piccolo's revelation attracted the attention of Vegeta and Goku on the physical battlefield. Vegeta, upon hearing this, turned his gaze to the back of Gohan Beast's dark neck and noticed the presence of the Shadow Leech.
A Shadow Leech? That explains why we couldn't free Broly this way.
How do we eliminate it without harming Gohan?
As Piccolo struggled to maintain his mental connection, he analyzed this situation and came up with a strategy.
If we attack the Shadow Leech directly, we might harm Gohan in the process. We need a precise way to eliminate it without endangering his life.
So what's the plan, Piccolo?
Goku, you've mastered Ultra Instinct, but you can only maintain it for a few seconds. We need to take advantage of those brief moments to distract Dark Beast Gohan and allow you to get close enough to destroy the Shadow Leech.
Understood, Piccolo. I'll do my best.
But how do we make sure Beast Gohan doesn't attack while Kakarot's approaching?
That's the tricky part. We need to keep Gohan busy and distracted. Vegeta, your attacks must be precise and constant, keeping his attention on you.
I will, but Kakarot, don't make me regret this.
The battle resumed with renowned intensity. Vegeta went on the offensive, attacking Gohan Dark Beast with a series of swift and powerful blows. Gohan responded with ferocity, but Vegeta maintained agile, dodging his attacks while keeping the savage Saiyan warrior's attention. At that moment, Goku concentrated, channeling Ultra Instinct. An aura of flickering energy surrounded him as he activated the powerful transformation. His speed increased exponentially, allowing him to easily dodge Dark Beast Gohan's attacks.
Now, Goku, now's your chance.
Goku in his Ultra Instinct state moved with superhuman speed towards Gohan's rear. The shadow creature, still focused on the fierce confrontation with Vegeta, did not notice Goku's approach. This is my chance to end this! With pinpoint accuracy, Goku reached out his hand and touched the small shadow leech on Gohan's neck. The leech, upon being touched by the Ultra Instinct energy, began to fade, emitting a dark screech before dissolving completely. Dark Beast Gohan, losing connection with the shadow leech, shook violently, as if releasing himself from a trance. Vegeta, noticing the change, cautiously stepped back as Goku returned to his normal state. What happened?
Kakarot seems to have found a way to free you from that thing.
It was risky, but it worked.
Well done, Goku, but don't let your guard down. This shadow creature might have more tricks up its sleeve.
The immediate threat had been neutralized. The shadow creature, watching from the shadows, moving away unnoticed by the Saiyan warriors, was not about to give up. So the shadow creature set out to return to its master. After the terrifying moment that the Z warriors had experienced, Goku and Vegeta realized that Beerus and Whis were not on Earth. They had disappeared just moments before the shadow creatures appeared on Earth. This is because Daishinkan discovered that Zeno-sama had been killed by his father and immediately summoned all the angels and gods of destruction. In the majestic realm of all, Daishinkan, the high priest, summoned all the angels and gods of destruction of the existing universes. The atmosphere in the hall was unusually tense, and concern was reflected in the faces of those present. Daishinkan, with his usual calmness, prepared to share the disturbing truth he had discovered.
Angels and gods of destruction, the time has come to face a powerful truth. Zeno-sama, our beloved king of all, has been slain.
Silence fell over the hall. The angels and the gods of destruction exchanged looks of disbelief and dismay. No one expected that such a tragedy could occur, especially at the hands of someone so powerful.
My investigation revealed that the one responsible for this abominable act was Zeno-sama's own father.
The news resounded like a somber echo in the room. Everyone present processed the shocking revelation. The omnipresent figure of Zeno-sama, the supreme deity, had been shattered by his own protagonist. Mohito, Sidra's angel, spoke in a worried voice. How is it possible that a being as powerful as Zeno-sama's father could have committed such an act?
That is a question for which I still have no answers. But now we must face the consequences of this event. The stability of the multiverse is in danger.
Arak, the god of destruction of Quitella, asked, "And what measures will we take in the face of this threat? What'll happen to the throne of Zeno-sama?"
That is a question we must discuss and resolve. For now, the throne remains empty, and our duty is to maintain peace and balance. But before we make hasty decisions, we need to fully understand the magnitude of this situation.
Beerus and Whis prepared to inform the gods of destruction and angels of all universes about what they had witnessed while on planet Earth with Goku and Vegeta. The Hall of the Realm of Everything was filled with celestial beings, each one expectant and worried about the news they were about to receive.
Attention everyone! We have crucial information to share about the events that have been unfolded.
Before we are summoned here, the father of Zeno-sama appeared on all the planets of the multiverse. Surprise was reflected on the faces of those present. Murmurs and whispers filled the room, as the gods of destruction and angels exchanged looks of disbelief. His visit was not simply to report the death of Zeno-sama. He announced the holding of the tournament that would determine the survival of the planets in each universe. Additional rumors filled the room, creating a constant buzz of concern. The gods of destruction and angels wanted to understand the implications of such an announcement.
He informed the rules of the tournament and the intentions behind such a competition, but it's necessary that we all work together to get answers and face this threat. It is time to join forces and overcome this crisis. The fate of our universes is at stake.
As the gods and angels absorbed the gravity of the situation, in every corner of the hall of the realm of everything, conversations and plans were brewing to confront the mysterious tournament that threatened to upset the balance of the multiverse. Uncertainty hung in the air, but the determination of the divine beings was determined to face the unknown that lay ahead. In the Hall of Everything, Daishinkan, the High Priest, sensed the imminent arrival of extremely powerful entities heading for the different planets of the multiverse. His face reflected seriousness as he prepared to inform all the angels and gods of destruction present of the coming threat.
Gods and angels of destruction, the time has come to face a new and challenging threat. Entities of great power are headed towards the planets of our universes, and their goal seems to be a direct confrontation with the strongest warriors of each world.
The expressions of those present became serious. Aware of the gravity of the situation, Daishinkan continued with determination.
It's crucial that we move quickly to protect the strongest warriors of each planet, regardless of which universe they belong to. The threat we face does not respect universal boundaries, and we must act with unity to preserve the balance.
Vados, the Angel of Champa, raised his hand.
How do you plan for us to move, Daishinkan? We each have responsibilities in our universes.
I understand the complexity of this situation, but the magnitude of this threat requires immediate action. I suggest that every angel and god of destruction move to the planets threatened by this unknown force. We must prevent the strongest warriors from being defeated before we can fully understand our enemies.
Sounds like a sensible plan, Daishinkan. If we all work together, we can protect our warriors and gain more information about these powerful entities. Each angel and god of destruction nodded in agreement, accepting the need to act immediately. They moved quickly to the various planets, casting aside universal barriers in a joint effort to safeguard the multiverse.
May the wisdom and power of each of you guide this effort. Let us not underestimate this new threat. Our duty is to protect the existence of our universes.
With those words, the angels and gods of destruction dispersed, leaving the Hall of All in preparation to face a challenge that transcended universal boundaries and demanded the collaboration of all divine beings. Uncertainty hung in the air, but determination to preserve the balance of the multiverse guided the powerful beings in their joint mission. The angels and gods of destruction quickly teleported to the threatened planets, each determined to protect the strongest warriors on the various planets. In the blink of an eye, the skies lit up with flashes of divine energy as Awamo and Ewin, Cognac and Quintella, Matanu and Geen, Whis and Beerus, and the other angels and gods of destruction headed toward their assigned destinations. The planet Thraxis Nocturnae lay peaceful in the corner of the cosmos, its nocturnal luminosity radiating a tranquility that was about to be disturbed. In the vast space, Awamo the angel, with his small book in hand, and his god of destruction Ewin, an imposing figure with a stern gaze, detected the arrival of a shadow creature, a minion of Zeno-sama's father. The creature, shrouded in malevolent darkness, descended with malevolent determination towards Thraxis Nocturnae. Ewin, without hesitation, deployed his energy of destruction while Awano stood by, hoping to resolve the conflict without a bath of chaos. Creature, your darkness will not be tolerated in this realm. Stop your destructive plans. The shadow creature emanated a guttural growl, its presence emanating an unnatural energy that distorted the space around it. The space battle began with an explosion of opposing forces. Ewin launched destructive beams, while Awamo used his speed to dodge the attacks and assess the situation. Ewin, this creature's stronger than we imagined. We must be cautious. I know, Awamo, but we can't let him destroy Thraxis Nocturnae. We must give our best. The shadow creature, agile and evasive, responded to the attacks with dark energy waves that distorted space. The battle spread across the firmament, leaving traces of destructive energy in its wake. Ewin tried to anticipate the creature's movements. However, the shadow creature proved to be agile and adaptive, countering every strategy with an unmatched dark force. Our conventional methods don't work. Ewin, we need to combine our forces. I agree, Awamo. It's time to show them the true power of destruction. Awamo and Ewin merged their energies, creating a flash of light that defied the surrounding darkness. The shadow creature, perceiving the threat, intensified its own energy, generating a collision of cosmic forces that shook space itself. The battle reached a fever pitch, with cosmic explosions lighting up the scene as Awamo and Ewin struggled to contain the darkness. The struggle took place not only on the physical plane, but also on the spiritual one, where the will to protect Thraxis Nocturne was pitted against the ruthless ambition of the shadow creature. The fusion of Awamo and Ewin unleashed a dazzling energy that eclipsed even the nocturnal luminosity of Thraxis Nocturne. The gold and violet glow enveloped the divine couple as they prepared to face the dark threat looming over the peaceful planet. "It's time to show the true extent of our power, Awamo!" The shadow creature, aware of the growing threat, rushed towards them with supernatural speed. Awamo, with his keen perception, anticipated every movement of the creature, allowing the couple to dodge its onslaughts with heavenly elegance.
Keep calm, Ewin. We must synchronize our movements to counteract their darkness.
Ewin nodded and unleashed a series of destructive energy blasts that lit up the space around him. However, the shadow creature responded with amazing agility, dodging every attack with meandering movements. The battle became a cosmic game of strategy and speed. The angel Awamo and the god of destruction Ewin soon realized that in order to defeat this entity, they would need a coordinated attack that transcended the limits of their individual abilities. In a moment of perfect timing, they unleashed a gale of combined energy. Awamo channeled the energy of destruction while Ewin released violet flashes of destruction.
Focus your energy, Awamo. Let's get rid of this darkness once and for all.
Awamo nodded and joined the attack with determination. The fused energy of both angel and god turned into a spear of golden and violet light that pierced through space with an impressive speed. The shadow creature, caught in the torrent of power, let out a heart-rending howl as it was enveloped by the luminosity. The impact was abysmal, generating an expansive wave that shook the cosmos. The darkness that enveloped the creature began to dissipate, revealing its twisted and weakened form. Awamo and Ewin, exhausted but triumphant, stood on guard ready for any eventuality.
We have managed to contain their darkness, but we can't let our guard down.
The shadow creature, now visibly weakened, recoiled before the imposing presence of Awamo and Ewin. The light had prevailed over the darkness in the cosmic corner of Thraxis Nocturne. The divine couple remained firm in their duty to protect the planet that this creature wanted to destroy. However, the battle was not yet over, and the fates of the planets remained uncertain in the vastness of space. After the shocked combined attack of Awamo and Ewin, the space around Thraxis Nocturne was vibrating with the residual energy of the cosmic battle. The shadow creature, apparently weakened, remained suspended in the cosmic void, enveloped in a dark glow that seemed to absorb the surrounding light. The divine couple watched cautiously, aware that the fate of Thraxis Nocturne was still hung in the cosmic balance.
Ewin, something's not right. The darkness of that creature seems to be getting stronger instead of weaker. It seems that our attack has absorbed by her, but it shouldn't be possible. How can he transform our energy of destruction to his own power?
The shadow creature, now surrounded by a more intense aura, began to change its shape. Its twisted figure became more defined. His eyes shone with a malevolent lucidity. The darkness emanating from her was becoming denser, distorting the space around her.
You have underestimated my true potential, angel and god of destruction. Your energy has strengthened me beyond your comprehension.
The divine couple prepared for what was to come next, aware that the threat they faced had evolved. The shadow creature, now empowered by the absorbed energy, charged towards them with renewed speed and ferocity.
We need to be more cautious, Ewin. It seems that every blow we inflict makes her stronger.
Understood, Awamo, but we can't allow this darkness to devour Thraxis Nocturne. The battle resumed with increased intensity. The shadow creature attacked with bursts of dark energy that cut through space, while Awamo and Ewin responded with flashes of golden and violet light. The cosmic dance of lights and shadows painted an epic picture in the vastness of the universe. Each blow and backlash echoed like thunder in space, distorting reality itself.
Awamo, with his keen perception, tried to anticipate the movements of the dark creature, but the dark entity proved to be unpredictable. Ewin, with his energy of destruction, sought to weaken the creature, but his attacks seemed to be absorbed and turned into an additional source of power.
Every time we hit her, her power increases. We can't go on like this.
We must find a way to counteract his ability to absorb our energy. Do you have any ideas, Awamo?
Awamo pondered for a moment, his angelic mind working in search of a solution. Meanwhile, the shadow creature, aware of its opponent's confusion, took the opportunity to launch a surprise attack. A wave of dark energy enveloped Awamo and Ewin, distorting their perception and weakening their defenses.
Your resistance is useless. I am the embodiment of darkness. His light cannot prevail before me.
The situation was becoming more and more desperate for the divine couple as they struggled to resist the shadow creature's attacks. Awamo turned his attention to the small book he always carried with him. An idea began to form in his mind.
Ewin, I think I have an idea, but we need to synchronize our attacks in a different way.
Explain yourself, Awamo.
Awamo explained his plan to Ewin, who nodded in understanding. Both God and Angel prepared to put their strategy into practice. The shadow creature, confident in its superiority, launched into the attack again, but this time Awamo and Ewin were ready to respond differently.
Now, Ewin, combine your energy of destruction with mine in a more controlled way.
Ewin nodded and channeled his energy to Awamo, who, in turn, merged it with his. Instead of launching a direct attack, they created a sphere of combined light and energy that floated between them.
Do you think this tactic will change the outcome?
We'll see.
The energy sphere began to slowly expand, emanating a glowing light that contrasted the surrounding darkness. The shadow creature, curious but confident, watched the development with disdain.
The fused power is not only destructive, but it also has properties that counteract its absorption capacity.
The combined energy sphere, now reaching its maximum expansion, released a wave of light and energy that enveloped the shadow creature. This time, instead of absorbing the power, the darkness that characterized her began to dissipate.
What is this? My power should not be weakened.
We create an energy that goes beyond destruction and creation, one that neutralizes the darkness that you're trying to absorb.
The shadow creature, weakened by Awamo and Ewin's strategic counterattack, retreated as the combined energy sphere continued to exert its effect. The light emanating from the sphere began to purify the darkness surrounding the entity, revealing its original form before corruption.
It seems our tactic's working, but we must make sure we contain it completely.
We can't let our guard down. Let's continue with the strategy until the creature's completely neutralized.
The space battle continued, but this time Awamo and Ewin had the upper hand. His sphere of combined energy continued to exert its purifying effect, dispelling the darkness that threatened Thraxis Nocturne. With each passing moment, the shadow creature grew weaker. The light of hope began to shine in the corner of the cosmos that was once on the verge of destruction. The shadow creature, weakened by Awamo and Ewin's strategy, retreated into space, its distorted form twisting as the combined energy sphere continued to purify the darkness that enveloped it. In a desperate attempt to regain his strength, the shadow creature began to explore its surroundings, looking for an opportunity to turn the situation in his favor.
My power is weakened here. I need to find a place where darkness prevails.
While exploring, the shadow creature noticed something that favored him. His eyes flashed with malevolent anticipation as he discovered that this world was called Thraxis Nocturne because it was a planet plunged into shadows. The dark entity smiled malevolently as he realized that this planet could provide the darkness needed to revitalize his power.
Ha 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 ha! Thraxis Nocturne, a feast of darkness awaits me!
With amazing speed, the shadow creature launched itself towards the planet, traversing space with great speed. Awamo and Ewin, aware of his intentions, followed closely, determined to stop any attempt by the shadow creature to plunge into the darkness of the planet. As the creature approached Thraxis Nocturne, the darkness of the planet seemed to intensify, as if responding to its presence. The planet's nighttime atmosphere shone with a faint luminosity, offering a fascinating contrast to the surrounding stars.
Ewin, we must prevent the creature from being filled with dark power.
If she succeeds, it'll be even more difficult to stop her. Understood, Owamo. We'll not allow the darkness of this planet to fall into the hands of that entity.
The shadow creature descended on Thraxis Nocturne with a terrifying impetus. As she approached, the darkness seemed to take her in, enveloping her with a gloomy welcome. The shadow creature began to absorb the darkness of the planet, its twisted form vibrating with a new energy as it filled with the essence of Thraxis Nocturne.
Ha 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 ha! Yes, this darkness will strengthen me. Nothing can stop me now.
Owamo and Ewin, wasting no time, headed towards the shadow creature, determined to stop its advance before it became unstoppable. The battle in the shadows of Thraxis Nocturne was about to take a very drastic turn.
We cannot allow this darkness to completely corrupt this creature. We must stop her before she becomes invincible. Your previous strategy was effective, Owamo. Let's keep working together to counter his power.
Deep in the shadows of Thraxis Nocturne, the intense presence of the absorbing shadow creature did not go unnoticed by the most powerful warriors on the planet. Turles, Bardock, Raditz, Frieza, and his brother Cooler felt the darkness increasing around them and, with a mixture of amazement and concern, headed toward the epicenter of the threat.
Something's not right. The darkness in this place is getting denser. Whatever it is, we cannot let it threaten Thraxis Nocturne. Let's investigate.
The warriors moved nimbly across the gloomy terrain, advancing towards the source of the darkness. As they got closer, the atmosphere became heavier, as if the shadow itself wanted to resist their advance.
The darkness is different. I feel a strange pressure. I'm not afraid of the dark, but this is unusual. Cooler, stay alert.
Understood, Frieza. Let's find out what's going on.
Suddenly, a wave of dark energy erupted before them, revealing the shadow creature that was absorbing the darkness of the planet. His twisted figure and malevolent aura were as evident as the threat he posed to Thraxis Nocturne.
Warriors of this planet, his darkness feeds me. Soon I will be unstoppable.
We won't let you destroy Thraxis Nocturne. Get ready, creature.
The warriors went on the attack, each unleashing their unique power against the dark entity. Turles unleashed his evil aura, releasing bursts of destructive energy. Bardock channeled his Saiyan fury into powerful blows, while Raditz and Cooler coordinated their attacks to create a symphony of destruction. Frieza intensifying the struggle.
This creature doesn't know who he's up against.
Your resistance is useless. Each blow only increases my power.
The shadow creature, powered by the darkness of Thraxis Nocturne, absorbed attacks with defiant ease. Each impact seemed to strengthen rather than weaken it, plunging the warriors into the disturbing reality that they were facing an enemy that fed on its own darkness.
It's not working. He's getting stronger and stronger. We need to change our strategy. We can't let it absorb all the darkness on the planet.
While the warriors struggled to find an effective strategy, the shadow creature, with its distorted laughter, continued to absorb the darkness, becoming more and more powerful. The Battle of Thraxis Nocturne's survival was at its most critical, and the warriors knew that they had to find a solution before the dark entity became invincible. The dark aura released by the shadow creature enveloped the warriors of Thraxis Nocturne, gradually weakening them. The warriors struggled to stay on their feet as the entity's malevolent energy infiltrated their bodies, obscuring their vital forces.
This is it. Too much. I can't let that defeat us like this.
The warriors, despite their bravery, were overcome by the darkness emanating from the aura of the shadow creature. At that critical moment, when hope seemed to be fading, a heavenly light pierced the shadows. Owamo and Ewin, the angels charged with protecting Thraxis Nocturne, arrived on the battlefield.
The darkness emanating from this creature is breathtaking. We cannot allow it to take over this planet. Time to show these warriors how to fight true darkness.
The angel spread his wings, and together with the god of destruction, they advanced towards the shadow creature, his presence radiating a luminosity that defied the malevolent nature of the dark aura. As it approached, the dark entities sensed the arrival of divine beings and turned to face the new threat.
Ha 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 ha! More insignificant beings. His light will be devoured by my darkness. Don't underestimate the power of light.
Darkness cannot resist the true essence of creation. Awamo extended his hand, and a purifying light enveloped the battlefield, counteracting the dark effect of the creature's aura. Ewin, on the other hand, deployed the energy of destruction, creating a perfect balance between light and darkness. The shadow creature, for the first time, felt the pressure of forces that it could not easily absorb or resist. The conflict took a turn, and the battle became more intense as the angel and god of destruction faced the dark entity with the unique combination of light and destruction.
The real struggle starts now. We'll protect Thrax's Nocturne from the darkness you represent.
The fight between the angels and the shadow creature reached impressive levels, with bursts of energy illuminating the dark planet of Thrax's Nocturne. Meanwhile, the warriors, freed from the debilitating effects of the dark aura, watched the fight, hoping that their planet would not be destroyed. Well guys, this is all for today's chapter. I hope you liked it and it was to your liking. Now don't forget to leave your powerful like Supreme God level, comment and subscribe. Now without further ado, see you in a new video. Until next time.